It is Saturday morning, and you know what that means. It is time for Tru Heel Heat, and it is time for SP3, aka the champion of Great American Forbidden Slammiversary, because it's the busiest wrestling weekend post WrestleMania of the year. 4 major events going on this weekend. We got WWE Night of Champions in just a few short hours. We got some Collision later on if you want some more wrestling, but that's a minor show. The 3 major shows going on tomorrow. You got TNA Slammiversary in the afternoon. You got NXT, the Great American Bash, their historic first PLE on the CW, and AEW returns to pay-per-view for the Forbidden Door with New Japan Pro Wrestling, STARDOM, and CMLL. And we ask the question, who will be the real winners of the weekend? Saints the fans. You know, that was saying, oh, the real winner are the fans. Who's going to be the real winners in the wrestling war? Is it WWE with 2 shows? Is it going to be TNA getting into this busy wrestling weekend and all the drama they got going on? We'll have an update on Tommy Dreamer. We'll have an update on Road Dogg, confirmed for TNA coming in for this weekend. We'll talk more about that. Or is it going to be AEW? And will this be the final Forbidden Door? Has the concept kind of jumped the shark? We'll talk all about that, as well as Jack Perry's contract status, CMLL, ROH, AAA. Y'all know the deal. It's the flagship podcast. We talk about all of pro wrestling. So let's get to it.
Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be Tru Heel Heat, SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with Tru Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching Tru Heel Heat podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube and Twitch for Tru Heel Heat 387 No Sleep Wrestling Weekend, discussing the latest wrestling news, including this jam-packed wrestling weekend and who will the real winners be of WWE Night of Champions, NXT Great American Bash, TNA Slammiversary, and AEW Forbidden Door. We're going to recap this week in wrestling with WWE SmackDown yesterday from London, England, with the final go-home before Night of Champions, Raw, NXT, Evolve, AAA on Fox, TNA Impact, plus we'll have updates on everything going on behind the scenes at TNA. We're also going to be talking about AEW Dynamite as well as Collision, NJPW Road to G1 Climax 36, STARDOM The Conversion, CMLL, Martis Popularis, and Venice shows last night, as well as final predictions for the jam-packed weekend that will be. And of course, for our early edition of the flagship podcast, everyone is here at the start. Our trio is back together this week. First up, she is the princess of all the Tru Heels, Miss Krssi Luv. How the hell are you, Miss Krssi?
Hey peeps, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. I am here. I hope everyone is doing well on this early Saturday. I'm very sleepy. Curse WWE for making us get up so early.
You know, we make the sacrifice. I had people like MCats in the chat the last couple of days, like, you're gonna make me wake up early. I'm on the West Coast, 6 a.m. Shout outs to MCats.
I'm sorry.
I told them watch it on demand. Just watch it on demand.
Yeah.
But of course, we got with us the true draw himself, Josh. How you doing, Josh?
And so in your intro, you're saying about, is TNA going to win the weekend? No, they're losing. So why was that even a thought?
Why can't they win the weekend, Josh? I don't understand.
Come on.
I don't understand.
Come on. They're bringing in Road Dogg. Come on.
Diggity dog.
That's an automatic L in my book. That's an automatic L in my book.
Oh, look at him. He's
Say
back.
Hello to Josh.
Oh, she's back.
This is Lola, my new baby.
What?
Hold on.
What? Oh, snap.
Can you see
Oh, wow.
Say hi, guys.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Lola. Welcome to the THH family.
Is that French Bulldog?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I love those.
So, yep, we got her. She's now been here with us for we got her Monday. So.
Oh, wow. So not even a week.
Not even a week. Yes.
Baby.
And new baby. It's like having a whole baby. Training.
Hence
everything.
to do that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Knicks win a championship. Krssi gets a new dog.
What to do with anything?
I'm just saying. GTA finally went on pre-sale. Like, your life is lifer right now.
Life is good.
I swear. What is going on here? You guys will see tomorrow. If you go to Tru Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment, we're gonna drop Tru Heel Heat Check, and I had to deal with Chris G. Everything, every question I asked about the NBA doesn't matter. The Knicks won the championship in 2026. He was like, I'm gonna keep saying this for the rest of the year. I was like, who are you fooling? You're gonna say this for the rest of your life.
Sounds about right. Once they won the cup, and then it foreshadowed them winning.
I can't believe. I can't blame Chris because Chris being a Knicks, Mets, Nets fan has never seen a championship in his life.
Right.
This is true.
So he don't know how to act right now. So I understand.
Yeah. He was like, all he needs now is the Mets to win a championship. He said they're not, but now he has the belief.
You see that's his problem right there. You believe in the Mets. Why do you believe in the Mets?
Hey, they're all New York teams, Josh. You don't have
Right.
to discriminate against them.
The Mets can't get any love now, Dag. The Mets didn't do anything.
No, absolutely not. They suck. Like, what am I supposed to say?
They're next up. They're next up. Mets.
They're in last.
It.
They're in last place. They're in last place right now, guys. We gotta accept. We gotta accept where the team is going.
Well, to be fair, I don't follow baseball, but welcome everyone. We appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on the video. That helps us out a lot. You can share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Tell a friend to subscribe as well. I don't think there's any other YouTube channel out there that covers as much wrestling as this podcast, as well as the channel overall. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified, and you get up to 5 to 8 sometimes live streams per week, and additional content, shorts and videos as well. And of course, sound off in the comment section if you're watching us on demand. Hit the hype button, that helps us out a lot. And also sound off in the live chat if you're with us live. We want you to be a part of the conversation, want you to be a part of the show. So we'll try to highlight as many of your comments as possible. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, and make sure your comment is highlighted on screen. You could send a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We got already in the chat with us today, I-95 Fessy Fess joining us early, saying good morning, y'all. We got Pedro, who says good morning, THH. We got 107 Carnage, who says what up. We also got here D Jefferson, who says the last 3 CWC members in WWE, Tozawa, Noam Dar, and Johnny Plank Gargano. Is Johnny Gargano really still in WWE? Is he actually present? I think that's my question. We got to determine that. Is Johnny Gargano actually still present in his body? No? I guess that's a no. That's a no from our team here. But we also got here 107 Carnage. 107 Carnage, who also asks, what is going on with CM Punk? We're going to have an update on CM Punk. We talked about that a lot on last week's show about the whole controversy surrounding him, and go figure, there's more controversy to discuss. We got Power Drive Finisher says AEW wins by default. So I'll ask y'all early on in the show. Josh, are you predicting an AEW win for the weekend?
Most likely. Just because I think we're gonna get better matches, better matchups. I mean, that's all you really need to do on these big shows. I just don't see anything significant from Night of Champions. You're gonna have probably people either pissed off or happy with Night of Champions. So I think he's right. I think AEW wins by default because we probably know what we're getting with that show.
This is true. What about you, Krssi?
I'm sure.
This is Matt. The comment. No, the comment. Yeah, this Matt is the. Thank God. Yo, Mrs. Matt.
I think for sure that the AEW definitely will win. There's not much lead, but we know we're going to get a good wrestling show. That's just what we can guarantee that for sure. What do we have? A Night of Champions is this thing tonight? That's what it's called. Night
of Champions is starting at 1.
It started at 1 p.m. on a Saturday. Good for you. No one told you to be on the same weekend as AEW, but hey, here we are.
But to be fair, I think Night of Champions actually had the day before AEW.
Then I apologize. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
But they're also in Saudi. They're in Saudi. They're a day before.
So it really doesn't even matter. So
Yeah, it's not gonna. It doesn't really affect.
The Saudi shows are really like like the Saudi shows a hit or miss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
the
Like,
NXT show that threw in. It was the NXT show that was a throw-in.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's on the same
Idiots.
day as
Oh, the same
AEW. It's going
time.
head to head. Yeah.
Listen, y'all going ahead with the BET Awards is tomorrow, hosted by Drewski. Then you got AEW on the pay-per-view. Then you got
who's mentioning Drewski?
But I mean, I follow Drewski. I think Drewski's hilarious. He's an idiot, but you know.
Damn, you telling me Drewski's is gonna outdraw NXT? Damn.
I think he is gonna outdraw NXT. I promise. That's what I'm trying. That's exactly what I was trying to get at, Josh. You know me so well, friend. That's what I'm trying to say.
BET Awards outdraws NXT. They got issues.
And I'm telling you, like, listen, and it's on the CW, right? It's free. Right?
Yeah,
Ain't the pay-per-view free?
Yeah. It's free.
Damn, now we grasping for straws at this point. We're giving up like free pay-per-views.
Hey, what can you
Have
do?
to be with TNA then too. Shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was one of the agreements for CW. So the thing is like that was already kind of given. It's just the fact that
no, that was new. That's a new thing.
That was new. No, I mean,
that
as in like
after they got bumped from Peacock.
Yeah, from Peacock. That was basically the agreement. Like, all right, we could show some of your guys' PLEs on the channel, but this show was basically like it was targeted. I mean, we all know they're trying to counter program. It's not going to work because it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked.
And they always putting NXT against poor NXT. What did they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they got to keep going against these better wrestlers? They're still up and coming. Like,
NXT does these new stars no favors when they do this
at
stuff.
all.
Especially a rebuilding NXT. If this was NXT with like Oba and Trick and Javon on top, that's one thing. But to take a inferior rebuilding NXT and try to place it as a counter programming ploy against AEW, you're not even trying now. You think this is like a low risk, high reward type of thing, but it's just gonna be risk.
You're trying to use evil. You're trying to use evil to try to counter program it. Good luck.
Good luck. But as always, we start off the Tru Heel Heat flagship podcast with our Tru Heel roll call, shouting out all of you supporting us across social media, as well as here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. Our top 3 conversation starters on our Tru Heels group page on Facebook. We got Jermaine Packman, we got Joe Bellini, and Stewie John Palmer. Our Patreon backers and members, we got Vala, we got Aya, we got Negro Buck Nick Jackson, we got Professor Chris, we got Trey, Robert, Steve, Ladarius, Chase, we got King Greg, Louisville, Allen, John Martin, Dolores, James Allen Santo, Justin Rich, Chuck Berries, Dan, Josh D from CT, Dion Jenkins, and Luis. Thank you so much supporting us over at patreon.com/Tru Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content, the best way to support us when we're not live here. And you get to be a part of our Tru Heel roll call with our members of the channel as well. But unfortunately, guys, it's a jam-packed weekend. So we got to get the biggest stuff out of the way, that's WWE. So we're starting off with WWE again. Yay! Everybody say yay!
Yay!
WWE SmackDown last night,
terrible show.
Or you could have watched it on Tuesday or Wednesday, like me. I didn't have to waste any time on a Friday night. It was pleasant. But
they pre-recorded it and everything. It was already
set this was recorded on Tuesday. I was supposed to go to this show if I was still in London.
Were you really now? Good thing you didn't go.
Yeah. I would have went. Would have been fine. But yeah, the show kicked off with Trick Williams coming out to address his Night of Champions matchup with Ricky Saints. This brought out Saints, who called out Williams for overlooking him. Saints got the last laugh, though, with a pair of cheap shots to Trick and Lil Yachty ahead of their championship bout later today. Speaking of championship bouts, once again, second week in a row, and Ray Phoenix and a member of Fraxium steal the show as Ray Phoenix defeated Nathan Frazier in an awesome bout to retain the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship. Speaking of teams that's on a roll, B-Fab and Michin are on a roll, y'all, as they picked up a win over Tiffany Stratton and Alexa Bliss.
Good for
Thanks to
them.
outside,
That's amazing.
Thanks to outside interference from Jade Cargill, B-Fab pinning Tiffany Stratton in this tag team matchup. Post-match, they jumped the babyfaces until Chelsea Green, who seems to be officially babyface now, made the save for Tiffy and Alexa. This led to later on in the show, Cargill beat Green in a singles match. Post-match, Stratton came out to stop an attack until Michin and B-Fab distracted her and Alexa before Jade came from behind and attacked both women. She laid out Tiffy once again with a Jaded. And you also had in the women's division, Paige picked up a win over JC Jane in singles competition. Yeah, they're really pushing that fatal influence. Yeah, they really know what they got there. Yeah. Then you had Danhausen, who continued his experiments on The Miz and Kit Wilson after being electrocuted last week, which led to an in-ring segment where Los Garza came out for Danhausen, attacking Miz and Kit, who were trying to get their money from Danhausen before Matt Cardona made the save for him. This led to a tag team matchup where Danhausen cursed Los Garza while Matt Cardona, Miz, and Kit actually helped Danhausen get the victory in this tag team matchup here. So, comedy. Julia picked up a win over Kiana James in a solid bout. Post-match, Blake Monroe finally made her main roster debut with an attack on Julia. The latest drama between the Bloodline happened as the MFTs abandoned Solo Sikoa after his Bloodline drama got in their way and cost them the tag team titles last week. This led to LA Knight calling out Sikoa and questioning his help from Raw. Sikoa explained that he is not a member of the Bloodline and he hates every single member of the Bloodline, including the tribal chief Roman Reigns. Then he suggested a partnership with Knight until Knight, of course, turned him down. And then finally, in the main event segment, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and Sami Zayn had an in-ring confrontation ahead of Night of Champions, where they all promised to walk out undisputed WWE champion. This brought out one half of the King of the Ring final, Jey Uso, who gave them a warning shot. Bow! Before a brawl broke out to tease the triple threat in King of the Ring final. Finally, Obafemi came out and stared down with all the potential champions that could walk out of Night of Champions, teasing he would go after the WWE title following the show. We'll start with Miss Krssi Luv. Any thoughts on Friday night SmackDown and the final go-home before Night of Champions?
Underwhelmed.
That's to suggest that you were planning on being whelmed by this show.
True. That, you know what, you're right. The expectations weren't set very high anyway. So, good for B-Fab and Michin, but you keep making Fatal Influence lose. What are we doing?
They really don't know what they have with Fatal Influence, do they?
No. And then you also have this tag team that, they're not getting better. You have tag team champions, and it's these god awful matches, and it's not even 5 minutes at best. Some are even longer, and they're like, "Why is it so long? This should have been over by now." But Ray Phoenix, and they can always still make sure that you get something out of this terrible 3-hour show.
I'll give you one good match.
One good match. That's all you can get. That's all you can ask for. You get something out of the 3 hours. And then they kept saying, "Oh, SmackDown is going back to 2 hours." Thank God.
Whew.
Took you long enough.
Couldn't come at a better time.
Oh my goodness. And it's the summer too. Nobody wants to be in the house for 3 hours watching this on a Friday.
But don't worry. Come January, it'll be back to 3 hours.
What is this back and forth be at?
They do it. First half of the year is 3 hours. Second half of the year is 2 hours.
Oh my God. Okay, great. Yay.
Started it last year.
Why do we have Jey Uso coming out? And and getting more, and then just Obafemi just like stands there and just stares at everybody.
Well, I have to explain this for you. I'm gonna try to explain this pretty slow for you, Krssi Luv.
Okay.
This your warning shot. Pow! Josh, what did you think about Friday Night
This is where we are.
It was not very good.
No love for Blake Monroe's debut. You guys are raining on Blake Monroe's day. Like, why are you not happy that she's made her debut on the main roster?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that.
Well, you know what, Josh? I have to explain something to you. This your warning shot. Pow! Should have been ready for that, but you weren't. We got Prichard Fisher. They gave.
Was that a warning shot or an actual shot? Because I don't know which one.
This is your warning shot. Pow! Prichard Fisher says they gave no love for her debut. That's ridiculous. It was the biggest moment of the show. Was
it?
Probably not, but
okay.
I want to say it was. Sure King the Go.
Who wants to say it is to make her feel better?
Sure King the Go says, damn, my YouTube notification said y'all were going live at 9:05, but they don't specify time zone, so I don't know. I mean, it's probably whatever time zone your phone or tablet or laptop is under. That's what time zone they're probably talking about. So if you're in the East Coast, it's Eastern time. Sorry for the confusion today. This is a 1 week thing, guys, because WWE has a show at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we got to be done before that.
Yep. So SP can review it. He doesn't want to, but he has to. So, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of my job. Zach Minger says, good morning, SP3, Krssi, and Josh. National Ice Cream Cake Day.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There we go.
See, now we're talking.
Ice Cream Cake Day. I'm here for that. 107 Cardinals says, best part was Trick talking about getting married. That was nice. Hearing Trick talk about getting married and being happy about that. And BFAB is getting a push. BFAB and Meechin, they've been on a roll lately. They've been picking up wins, y'all.
Make them the next tag champs.
You really want that?
Let's look what we're dealing with now. It's not much of a difference.
107 Cardinals saying Jey Uso securing his most hated of the year award. Yeah, what do you guys think about all the heat towards Jey Uso? We haven't been talking about it much on this show, mostly because we've been, we come right the day after SmackDown, so we don't get to really absorb all the hatred and talk online. But it seems that the last couple of weeks, especially the Fatal 4-Way win in the first round of the King of the Ring, then last week against Javon Evans, Jey Uso has been garnering more hate. And this comes off the heels of last year, where he had the record for most thumbs down after winning the Royal Rumble. He had thumbs down for the botched dive that he did. And then he had a massive thumbs down when he won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. He had massive thumbs down when he won the #1 contendership Battle Royal back in October to face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then the last couple of weeks, he's had massive thumbs down for winning in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Massive thumbs down for beating Javon Evans last week. What do you think about this kind of fan backlash towards Jey Uso as of late, Krssi?
But they keep still yeeting. I don't understand it.
I think it's just an online thing. It's an internet wrestling community don't like Jey Uso.
Got it. Okay. I mean, does Jey Uso really need to be pushed? Not really. Like, we're trying to target and like do things. King of the Ring. Like, why would we need to? Jey Uso got his big push last year. Do we need to still be pushing him this year? No. Like, it makes no sense to me. Javon Evans probably should. I mean, he should have went to the King of the Ring. Like you said, we had a story to tell with him and Oba. That was a better story. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to see Jay and Oba, but unfortunately, that's what we got to get.
Yep.
So, you know,
I said this the other day because we got asked, do we think that the Jey Uso hate is forced? And someone in the chat was, I think it was Dion, said he like thinks that it's forced. And I was like, I don't think it's forced. I think that it's a whole thing of talent to push. Usually you'll have someone like a Roman Reigns who is like very talented. He has the right look. He has the right character. He's turned into a great promo. He's really good in the ring. His talent is up here. His push is like maybe slightly above it, but it's still up here. They're still like neck and neck. Someone like a Seth Rollins, who is like very talented in the ring, has the right character, can work sometimes on the mic, has the right presentation, is a bona fide star, a bona fide WrestleMania headliner, and he gets a push that's kind of like just below his actual talent. He's just below it. Someone like a Gunther, he's up here, and then his push is like a little bit more down below where his talent is at. But then you have someone like Jey Uso, whose talent is like here, yet his push is here. Correct. That's a much bigger gap, and I don't think that any of the hate is force whatsoever. It just comes to that. This is something that's been happening since I've been watching wrestling for the past 35 years. Anytime someone is pushed past their talents and their skills and their abilities, they always get hated for it. And I like Jey Uso. I think that Jey Uso is talented, but I'm not saying that he's as talented as the other main eventers he's pushed farther than and ahead of and on the same level of.
I agree. It's a point where you'd like they push them down our throats where we have to like, oh my God, like we have to absorb this all the time. Like after a while, it's like I'm over it. Like there's other people that is in the back that could have been pushed. You know what I'm saying? Like LA Knight is grasping for straws. Like grasping.
It's like everything you've done with Jey Uso, you could have gave like half of that to LA Knight. Like I'm not even asking for the full push. You could have given half that push, and I think more fans would be happier with that. But here we are.
Yep.
Josh, what do you think? What do you think about the Jey Uso hate that he's been receiving over the last couple of weeks?
I mean, for me personally, a lot of it is funny. Just seeing people getting riled up. I mean, that's what Jay wants. Why? Because Jay feeds into it on his Instagram, on his stories. So, I mean, he's getting what he wants. I mean, he's getting a reaction. It's not maybe the reaction that they would hope for, but he's leaning into it. He's obviously leaning into it when he tells people that he's the greatest of all time or he's better than their like favorite wrestlers. Like he knows it. Like he's aware of what's going on. But as far as the hate online, I don't think it's forced. I think that's a weird term to say, oh, that it's forced. Like it's forced hate. You don't get forced hate just to get hate. You know what I mean?
It's true. That is true.
Like I was like, what? How is it forced? Like I don't think it's forced at all. I just think it's like what you said. His talent doesn't match what the push is. And I've been saying that since last year. I was like, Jey Uso is not a good wrestler. You know, he's not even like above average at this point. Like he makes a lot of mistakes.
Well, goddamn, that's not what I said. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying because it's like we've seen so many times where he's gone to ring with guys who could work and they just don't turn out to be good. Like it's not good matches. Like we saw it with CM Punk. He got into a match with CM Punk and you saw how many botches that they had, and it had nothing to do with CM Punk. You know, so it's like you know, I agree with you. I think it's a matter of where he's at and where he is, what his abilities are versus his push. You know, and that's always been the thing with WWE. We saw Roman Reigns. You know, when people saw like he was coming on the upcoming, people were against it because they're like, oh, you know, we like Roman Reigns for where he's at. We don't like Roman Reigns being a main eventer because we don't think he's ready. You know, and that took years before he even got to that level. But I think with Jey, that's the situation we're getting now, because even back then with Roman Reigns was still better than what Jey Uso is now. If we're just being honest. So
yeah.
I mean,
I would say Big Dog Roman Reigns is more talented in the ring than Tribal Chief Head of Table Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, because he was doing more. Like he was taking more risk. He was doing more. Now it's more of the main event style that he works.
Yeah.
but with Jey Uso, I mean, Jey Uso be kind of. There's a reason why he's been in a tag team for years. Like, you know, moveset is limited. You know, there's certain things that he just can't do. You know, and I've been very accepting of that, but it's like when you start working with those top tier people, you get exposed more, and that's what happened. Like he got exposed too many times to the point that nobody wants to run out his wrestling.
No, we're not. You remember we still had that whole back down.
Yeah, I think that's what it really comes down to. Is it's his level of talent versus what he's where he's being pushed, at what level he's being pushed at. I think that's been the issue. It sucks. It just sucks that I want Jey to be successful, but it just seems like there's a section of fans that just hate it every single time. It's funny, but it is. I do feel bad for him a little bit. But let's talk about the other.
Got money. He chilling there. Like, he gonna be alright. Like that. This cousin, he gonna be fine.
To be truthful,
he got Jada Parker.
He clapping Jada Parker cheeks. Like
that's what I'm saying.
He's got nothing to feel bad about.
Jada Parker, that's his honey.
Yeah, that's his boo thing. He that nigga alright, yo. She is fine. That's what I'm saying. He gonna say like, you know, she's some fine. See, that's a fine lady. Yeah.
See, brother love knows. But yes, let's talk about Monday Night Raw, which took place this week in London, England, as well as they kicked off the show with Oba Femi once again kicking off the broadcast to have a face-to-face with Jey Uso ahead of the King of the Ring finals. You had Uso deliver his warning shot. Bow to Oba until Femi warned Jey that to save his bullets for his cousin and told him that he is not the family member that he is worried about. Meanwhile, ahead of the Queen of the Ring finals, you had Io Sky and Liv Morgan also had a face-to-face on the show where Sky talked about how Liv's overconfident and how is the crown going to fit on her big-ass head. This led to a brawl between the two ladies that saw Io get the upper hand and get the advantage before doing her signature pose with the London crowd in attendance ahead of Night of Champions. Then you had in the opener to the show, it was the aforementioned Paige and Brie Bella picking up a win over Bayley and Lyra Valkyria to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Post-match is where the real drama happened as Lyra turned on Bayley with a vicious attack, turning heel for the first time in her WWE career. Chad Gable, meanwhile, is on the other side, trying to complete his babyface turn as he called out the Alpha Academy to the ring so he could apologize. He asked for forgiveness for what he did to each member, ending with Otis, who he called the best friend that he's ever had for the past 20 years, and how he missed him. Gable apologized and extended his hand to Alpha Academy and most especially Otis, but it was Maxine Dupree who stepped in front of Otis and basically cut a scathing promo on Gable, blaming him for all of their struggles and saying when she won the women's IC title, she realized that they never needed Chad. She then left with Otis and Tozawa, not before Otis looked back at his former best friend and begrudgingly walked away. You had Ethan Page. He picked up a win over Dragon Lee in a solid bout. LA Knight beat Jimmy Uso in a fine matchup, thanks to outside interference from Solo Sikoa. Solo getting under the skin of the bloodline. Of the bloodline. And then finally you had the Street Profits overcame the Vision in a very good main event to win the World Tag Team Championships, thanks for the most part from a timely assist from Seth Rollins. The Street Profits became 5-time WWE Tag Team Champions, while Seth Rollins once again got the better of the Vision ahead of his big steel cage matchup against Braun Breaker at Night of Champions. Also, Joe Hendry made his return to run off Logan Paul in the matchup as well. Josh, what did you think about Monday Night Raw this week from London, England? Street Profits, new champions. Chad Gable continued his apology tour, and Lyra Valkyria turning heel. So a very noteworthy episode of Monday Night Raw this week. What did you think?
I mean, yeah, it's like what you said. It was very noteworthy. I mean, we're getting more out of Raw than we're getting SmackDown. So, I mean, when you do that, I mean, it's always going to be a better show. Street Profits winning, I thought that was a given. It was going to happen. But it's always funny with the Street Profits when they always kind of do like this angle of like them, like, oh, they're kind of teasing something, or, oh, they might get split up. No. They get the tag titles back.
That's twice they did that to us. Twice they teased them breaking up only for them to win tag team titles. Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. So it's kind of like, damn if you do, damn if you don't at this point with them. They're great together. So I mean, I know people have been pushing for Montez Ford to get a singles run, but I don't see it happening at this point.
Gonna give us the J effect. Watch and see.
We're gonna see him yeeting. He's gonna yeet.
I don't think he's gonna be yeeting, but it's gonna be like that whole like effect of like, he's gonna be very popular. The crowd will be behind him, but then what happens?
Then we're like, oh no, they're like, oh no, the wrong guy is over. They're like, the wrong guy is over.
Then they're gonna yell at him if he makes a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna blame him. Like all those like we've seen it. Unreal gave us all of it.
This is true.
Unreal. And then Lyra turning heel was surprising just because it's something new for her. I'm like, oh, all right, they're going heel, and hopefully she could build a character off of that, because I think Lyra is great in the ring. I think she's solid. She's one of their best workers in the company. But she desperately needs a character, and I think that hopefully we'll see what she could do heel. So that was a little surprising that they went that route. I thought it would have been Bayley, just because we've seen Bayley being heel, we've seen what she could do being heel. But I kind of like the course that they changed on that, where they're like, all right, now we're gonna make Lyra. So this is kind of her way to kind of shine character wise, because I think that's the biggest thing that she's been missing. So, looking forward to see what they do with her at least.
Yeah, I'm interested as well. Krssi Luv, what did you think about the big moments from Monday Night Raw this week in London?
Yeah, I thought, like you said, we got more from Raw than SmackDown. We did, but a pretty decent, I guess, show. Like you said, the Street Profits, winning was going to happen because we didn't need Logan is already injured. Like first of all, they shouldn't even had the championships this long anyway, but here we are for the non-vision ish place. But then Maxine and them and that promo she did, I was like, okay, why didn't they have this done like weeks ago?
This is the best Maxine promo of her career.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't we get this weeks ago? Where was this girl at? But
She was right there the whole time.
Right there the whole time. Y'all didn't let that girl come out. Like, I swear they be holding people back, son. They just want just give just a little bit, not too much. Just a little portion. But yeah, I actually liked that. I was like, Lyra Valkyria turning heel was weird to me because
Why?
okay, I get only because I was like, okay, yes, we have to break them up, right? Because I guess Bailey can't keep doing daycare forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also they don't push
the Bailey Daycare Center is hilarious.
Right. Yeah, it's the Bailey Daycare Center. She's been doing daycare for a long time now, and the fact that we had to get a push. We have to like now figure out. Okay, Lyra turned her. She was just like, like she just could, like she was like having like an out of body experience. It was like, okay, girl, like, is this what your character is supposed to be? Like
she said, okay, girl, like you bugging.
Like you tripping? Like you want some stuff? You took that stuff? You were sniffing something back there? Like I don't know what's happening. But okay, let's see what happened with this push now. Let's see where they push you and go.
Yeah. I just love how Krssi Luv it. Like, ew, you acting kind of weird. Like,
right.
Like, why are you acting like that?
This is
why nobody want to hang out with you.
Right.
But I'm interested in the Lyra heel turn because it's something that they haven't done before. I didn't think they should do Bailey. I was worried that they were gonna have Bailey do the turn because we've seen that so many times. I was like, nah, that's the lame route to go. Go the interesting route. I think it's more interesting with Lyra turning in.
I know. I like the whole Lyra turn. It's just like, okay, like what do we do now? Like I was like, what's the end? Like now what happens? That's what I'm like worried about. Like what happens next? And she's gonna wreak havoc. Like now we got to see like this whole Bailey Lyra like trilogy probably because they're probably gonna like 3 matches. Like yay, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, what do we do now? What happens next?
Yeah, it's always like that when when it comes to WWE. We got Vala, who is in the chat and has been a member of the channel for 3 years, 36 months. He says, back from vacation, Graps means nothing to hanging out with elephants and seeing a wild tiger on safari. So this weekend better prove me wrong. That's dope, Vala. You sound like you had a fun ass vacation riding on elephants out there. All right, I see you, brother. You got that good money. All right, I see you.
Love that for you, friend.
We got Mr. Towns in the chat. He says, I need Pam to come on over to AEW. The more people bring it up, the more people talk about it. I'm just like,
she's not gonna do it. I'm telling you. Like I've lost. Like Pam likes being in a toxic relationship. She likes babysitting kids. She's comfortable there. Pam is okay. And then when Pam realized that she's not okay, then that's when Pam is gonna go. Other than that, Pam ain't going nowhere.
Pam is like that chick that's stuck in an abusive relationship, and you just want to get her out.
Toxic.
It's toxic. It is toxic. That's for damn sure. It is toxic, but it just feels abusive at this point because she never is like the one chosen. She's always kind of bottom of the tier and just used to put over other people all the time. So I feel for Pam, but it's just like there's no shot. I just don't believe that she's gonna leave at this point. No, I do feel kind of bad. Because I'm just like, please, just leave. But she won't. It's unfortunate because she won't. But we got to talk more about some WWE, but we got some more comments to highlight here. Bloody Money lets us know that Sonata has gotten married. So congratulations to Sonata for that. Sonata had a matchup in Arena Mexico last Friday. No, I did not watch it. Anyway, we got we got Annika who says angry bird lady. Yes, we're gonna get the angry bird lady. I took it more as like her reaction and her frantic kind of mannerisms was her trying to play the split personality angle that they just dropped with Bailey at the beginning of this partnership. They just completely dropped it. They just teased it for weeks and then they just completely dropped it. So I just thought they were trying to bring back that thread of the story. But we shall see what happens with the whole Lyra, with the whole Lyra heel turn, and then also the Chad Gable, Maxine Dupree segment, and the Street Profits, the new World Tag Team Champions. I'm just interested, honestly, on freaking who's going to be the Street Profits next challenger. I don't even know who's in the Raw Tag Team division at this point.
Nope.
But hey, here we are. All right, it's time to talk some news this week from WWE, and we're going to talk about the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Josh's favorite wrestler, with one of the most hilarious quotes there's ever been, because he thinks that Triple H is doing a great job as the head of creative of WWE. The WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes joined the Ariel Helwani show this week ahead of WWE Night of Champions. During the conversation, Rhodes was asked about his relationship and the pressure Triple H likely faces as the head of WWE Creative under TKO ownership, as this is unique to anything in WWE before. Rhodes praised Triple H as a marvelous leader, and noting that there's never been a great wrestling booker who wasn't heavily criticized or highly criticized. The WWE champion also discussed his interest in potentially taking over as WWE's creative lead. He said on his interest in potentially taking over, he says, I think that's a really tough question to answer, because there's like a performative way to answer it, and then there's a bold way to answer it. I mean, that's almost a thankless job, but then you get to be part of some amazing hits and amazing moments, and your body of work is what's going to speak for itself years from now. So being judged in the moment is one thing. Years from now, I've always had interest in it. I had an interest in it when my dad did it, and when I was a performer. I had an interest in it at my time away from WWE when I was an executive vice president, and I certainly would be lying to you if I said I don't have an interest in it now. I think I'm very interested in it. It's just a matter of where the road takes me. I wanted my whole life to be WWE champion. My sister told me, be careful what you wish for because you might get it. And I did. And now it's about, well, what goals are, what's left on the table? I want Street Fighter to be a massive success. I want to do more Guile, but also I want to do more film. I want to do more TV. There's seats, on the Georgia political scene that are open. Is that a road, or is this the road to stay with something I love so much, like wrestling? And anyone who's talked to me, including you and I, when we've had a private discussions, I love this. I don't know how I'd say goodbye to it, so it's something I'm very interested in. Yes. On his relationship with Triple H and the stress that he's likely under, he says, I don't think him and I have ever had a discussion where we're broken down the, various stresses and the various voices or the rigors of the task. You mentioned all the real estate that we need to cover, but I had discussions with him where basically I think he has said to a core few that you have to not only be the best, but be who you are right now. But you have to be even better. And you know who those people are going to be? He's the head coach of this team. And you could be the best coach in the world and you can make great players out of perhaps good players. But right now he has some great players. It's a matter of getting everybody on the field and letting us do our thing. And many of us, for somebody who's apparently very stressed out, which I never seen, one thing he's big on, what do you think? What's your gut telling you? That's one of the greatest gifts to be asked when you have the experience. I often always defer because I don't think I have a great gut when it comes to be me personally as a wrestler. But the idea that, hey, you have the experience, not only that, can you go pull that guy aside? Can you talk to that girl over there? We need this to change these details. I think he's a marvelous leader. And I think people will probably criticize any discussion where that's said, because that's what happens. On how great bookers are always greatly criticized in wrestling, he said, I actually say something, Ariel, it's okay to criticize any product. We criticize it because we love it. But being here on the ground and being able to tell stories that we know where they're going into this event right here, I wish you could be here with me to see we're not getting really lost in the mud. We're not really getting lost in the muck. There's always going to be criticism. Has never been a great booker. Dusty Rhodes, Bill Watts, Vince McMahon, Eddie Graham. There's never been a great booker who wasn't greatly criticized. I tried to do right by him in terms of that's the one guy who ever called me QB1 that when he said it, I got goosebumps. And then I walked out when my music hit and I knew what it meant. It meant cool. That's a great moment, and actually go be it, go do it. And that's kind of where I'm at with it all. He also stated in the interview about Triple H doing a great job as a leader for WWE to Ariel, where he said it, and I quote, where is it at here? Basically, he said that Triple H is a great leader and that no one can do the job quite like Triple H. This comes off the heels of he said, in the wrestling space, nobody has a harder job than Triple H right now. There's never been a booker in the history of the business that has just been beloved and revered the entire time. No one can do that job better than he can do it. This comes off the heels of Triple H earlier in the week saying that people lose perspective of WWE being fun instead of taking it too seriously. He said in an interview with Stephen A. Smith, I think people lose perspective of sometimes, which is fun. We're fun. And sometimes people take it too seriously. Sometimes people get too caught up in it, but it's there to entertain. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and if you just want to turn off for a couple of hours and tune into something cool that you can just lose yourself in and have a good time, WWE is the place to do it. We'll start with Josh this time because this is Josh's boy. What do you think about Cody Rhodes' praising of Triple H as WWE Head of Creative?
Well, I mean, he's delusional. Well, am I supposed to lie for Cody too?
No.
Yeah, you're supposed to lie for Cody. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely not. I rather not lower my dignity that low to defend this man, because obviously he's gonna say what he has to say to stay on top. And one of the ways to stay on top is to glaze Triple H every single time he gets. So that's all he really did. Do I really put any emphasis on what he said? No, just because I already expected. We were on Unreal where he said, "Oh yeah, I told Cody what's going on too, because he's the top guy." We all know what it is. Did anybody really think that he was going to say the opposite? Like, oh yeah, Triple H lost his fastball. He's struggling right now. No, he's not going to say that. He's going to kiss his ass. That's all he really did. So I really didn't care. I was laughing. Out of quotes because I'm just like, man, like I've been saying it. Politician in him shows more and more every month.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I won't lie to you. I'm kind of grossed out by it, but
it was very loud.
It's got to that point already. It's very gross. It's gone to that point. It's very gross.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you are so not the guy who broke the sledgehammer on the throne. You're not that guy anymore. That guy is lost. That guy's not there anymore.
Blink twice if you need help. You know?
Oh, and he don't need help. He's very happy in the position.
No,
he's
he is.
But he's just not.
He's
not
that
the anti-authority, and he was never that guy. It was all
right. He was playing a role,
to get back here. Yeah,
correct. I want to say the same thing. He was playing the game. He did what he needed to do, and he wanted to go back home.
Yeah. More power to you. But yeah, it's just kind of gross. His kissing ass of Triple H. But play the game. If that's how you're gonna keep your position, more power to you. But goddamn, it's disgusting to watch. It's kind of disgusting. Good doer saying Cody is just talking. Yeah, he is. It's just talking for the sake of talking.
Like, did we really think that anything was going to come out like, oh my God, like Triple H is doing a horrible job. Like, oh, my coach is like just coaching me to like stellar, like, nigga, you the champion. Like, of course he's going to say everything is great. You get anything you want. You got a podcast show, like your wife got everybody's doing fine over in their land. The poor LA Knight can't get a damn break.
Yeah. But I mean, no, guys. I see people saying because I said I didn't watch the Sonata matchup. That there's more than one match that I didn't watch. Any House of Torture matchup that I am not reviewing the show match by match, I'm not watching it. I'm just not. I'm not putting myself through that type of stress. It's weird that I have to watch all of WWE television because I review most of it. So that's why I have to watch some matches that I probably wouldn't watch if I was watching otherwise. We got another super chat donation, or first super chat donation actually of the show. Thank you so much to Adrian. Adrian says it may not seem like it right now or at the time, but Cody leaving was a blessing for AEW. Cody and Punk leaving was addition by subtraction.
Yo, what you just said, little something, yo. That's a little sprinkle of that's some good shit right there, because it is definitely we didn't know it at the time, but definitely a blessing in disguise.
I could see that. I tend to look at Cody and Punk leaving as two separate things. I do think that Punk leaving did hurt AEW a whole lot more than Cody leaving, but the fact that you had Brawl Out and Cody leaving within like 6 months of each other, that was a real like turning point. That was the first bit of like adversity outside of, WWE going head to head with them that AEW has felt from within. So, but I can understand now in retrospect, 4 years later, you're saying it's addition by subtraction. Definitely wasn't addition by subtraction a year later, 2 years later, but I guess 4 years later, you could look at anything a different way. We got King Greg, who says, we've already seen Cody be a failed politician. Yeah, we're seeing it right now in WWE. We see it every year.
He's not really. That's the thing, though. He's really not failing because, one, he has the title. He's gotten it how many times now? 3 times. So I mean,
but he's not the number one guy. He just keeps telling himself that.
Yeah, I mean, in that aspect, yeah. But then at the same time, it's like he still has their title. He's still in Triple H's pockets. I mean, until that gets lost, then yeah, I would say yeah, he's failed. But right now, he's getting what he wants. So I mean, I can't really say that's a fail. Do I like it? No, but I can't really say it's a fail.
I don't think he's getting what he really wanted. I think he really wants to be the number one guy. But he can't be the number one guy because it's.
I mean that's not going to happen. I mean,
you're not that guy.
You're not the guy.
Yeah, but the thing is too, is like as a politician, politicians are delusional. So in his mind, he's a top guy. So it's like
that's also true.
Again, I don't think he's failing because of that aspect. I think he will be failing. Like, oh yeah, we see Cody Rhodes having the US title. That's failing because it's like, damn, bro, you got a mid card title and not the top title. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, this is true too. Saying him not being their number one doesn't mean anything. He's valuable to their company. Yeah, and he knows WWE values him. And does TKO value him? I think there's an argument that no, they don't. So
yeah,
yeah.
That's a fact.
So, like I said before, this week's Monday Night Raw took place from London, England, which got people basically asking some questions on when we could see a Monday Night Raw back in England, and that led to a new report. WWE, of course, ran both London, England for Raw and SmackDown this week on Monday and Tuesday. A new report had some details on when the company could return to the city. This week's shows took place from the O2 Arena. According to WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select, sources said that backstage speculation was that the company might return for the O2 in London for the final Raw before WrestleMania 43. Note the key word there being speculation, of course. WWE has not made any announcements yet about when they will be back in the UK outside of a rescheduled episode of SmackDown. Have not announced any details for any Raw or SmackDown past September. WrestleMania 43 will take place, of course, from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in April of next year. WWE often pairs their trips to Saudi Arabia with overseas tours, with this week, of course, being in London, England, ahead of Night of Champions in Riyadh coming up later today. I think that would be interesting to go to London for the Raw before WrestleMania. That's a big show, and it's basically honey dicking London, being like, hey, you could have got WrestleMania, but you don't want to pay that money, so here's the Raw before WrestleMania.
Or you can do the Raw after.
No, the Raw after is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, they get two. Oh god, so they get 3 shows.
Yeah, it's the same protocol. Same protocol. You get the Raw after WrestleMania when you're the city hosting WrestleMania.
Okay, girl. Sure.
It's don't okay, girl, me. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that the WWE is coming to London before WrestleMania 43 next year, Josh?
Most likely, but I do see it like, oh wow, you guys could have gotten it, but that'd be kind of a fuck. That's a low key fuck you to London. If I'm London, I wouldn't do
it. Like that is the ultimate honey dicking of London. Like it's just like, hey, you could have had Mania, but you're not paying enough money. Here's the Raw before WrestleMania. Not even the Raw after WrestleMania. The Raw before WrestleMania. Be happy. Take that. But more news to discuss. We got an update on last week's big discussion that we talked about. CM Punk rumors running wild in the pro wrestling world. CM Punk has been a topic of discussion over the last couple of weeks with his absence from WWE television since WrestleMania 42. And there is a new update to discuss. Of course, the former World Heavyweight Champion has been off of television over the last 2 months. He has been away since the Raw after WrestleMania 42. Amid speculation about his return status, Dave Meltzer reported earlier this month that Punk would be returning to television and he would be a part of the Friday Night SmackDown to basically continue on with his whole program that he started with Cody Rhodes on the Raw after WrestleMania 42. According to a new report in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, though, Meltzer reported that while Punk is expected to start on Friday Night SmackDown, the former WWE World Champion has been pushing very hard for his return to take place on the July 6th episode of Monday Night Raw, which is set to take place from his hometown of Chicago, Illinois, at the Allstate Arena. This is in line with WrestleVotes on Fightful Select earlier this month, who said the similar thing in a new report that they did as well. Similar to that, they also noted in this report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter that CM Punk might actually have issues with WWE. They said despite the fact that the issues with WWE and WWE and CM Punk are not that serious, he says that it's not the case of there's no issues whatsoever. He says to say there are no issues at all, that wouldn't be correct. It's not as bad as some have made it out to be, but it's not like there aren't any issues at all. Very interesting there, because we got a lot of debunking of the CM Punk reports and rumors and controversy that we talked about last week, or the week before that, 2 weeks ago. But it seems that CM Punk might have some underlying issues with WWE, or more than people are willing to let off. Because I said that when we talked about the report, that it wasn't just J-Cup who put out the report. John Alba confirmed that he heard similar things. He just didn't get it verified. Sean Ross Sapp specifically said in his whole debunking of the rumors, he's not really debunking the rumors. He's not saying that the rumors are untrue. He's saying this is what he's heard from WWE sources when asking about them. So I think that this report from Meltzer, it's not the biggest kind of update that we were probably looking for, but I think that it is a kind of clear indication that something is going on with WWE and CM Punk. Josh, what do you think about Punk apparently or reportedly having issues with WWE?
I mean, a couple of weeks ago when I spoke about it, I said I think it's a whole lot of nothing, just because of the person who presented it, right? Because they have obviously an agenda against CM Punk. But I mean, them having issues. I mean, we've always gotten to a point where Punk, but also on the flip side, I did say like it's CM Punk, so some of it might be true, and it looks like some of it is true. As far as like what's the actual details, I would like to know myself, because this guy has always been a problem everywhere he goes. So I don't think it's that deep rooted. But at the same time, you've got WWE always has to blame on this too, because you have gotten to the point where you've made this guy a top star. He's your top three guys. So if you're having issues with your top three people, I mean, realistically, it's a given. You kind of gave him that platform. You kind of rolled out the red carpet for him. So I mean, back in the day, we could say, "Oh, Punk this, Punk that." This time around, I can't really blame Punk if there's issues.
Yeah, you allowed it. Yeah, you kind of gave him carte blanche in this run, and you've been willing to always kind of like let him. Yep. No, it's really like defending him in the WWE PR is always trying to go out there with the different story of, oh, Punk has been so great. Oh, Punk is working with the PC kids. Oh, Punk is so helpful. Oh, Punk, we love you. Oh, we love him so much, and all that, and all this nonsense. So whenever there is kind of an issue coming out, you're gonna notice that it's like this, that it's like more said underneath the surface. You have to read into these reports a little deeper to realize what they're actually saying. And that I think that WWE is going to try their hardest. They're going to put any type of issues or problems between WWE and CM Punk in fucking witness for protection. You're not going to see that person.
Damn, SP.
It's really how it is. It's really how it is, yo. Like that's how hard they're going to protect anytime a CM Punk rumor starts, it seems. We gotta send a happy birthday shout out to our good brother Eric Isaac in the chat. Happy big 54, good sir.
Happy birthday, cancer season.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday indeed. We got some happy birthday shouts as well.
Wait a minute, wasn't his birthday last week?
No, he said that last week that his birthday was this week.
Oh, I'm like, damn, bro, you turned 54 twice.
Dang, yo. Whew,
I think that as long as Punk is making TKO happy, you're not gonna see him like clash egos with Triple H. Triple H is a fucking TKO puppet at this point.
yeah, I think Minion. Not let's say Minion better. I like Minion.
Minion, yeah. Minion is better. I agree.
Yellow,
talk-
you know, big eyes, bald. Minion.
You're actually on the money there. But let's talk about more about the SmackDown this week. Like I said before, I watched SmackDown on Wednesday. So apparently this did not please WWE not too much behind the scenes, the fact that multiple people were able to see SmackDown early this week. A new report indicates that WWE officials were frustrated this week after the full episode of SmackDown reportedly appeared online before its scheduled broadcast. This week's episode was pre-taped on Tuesday at the O2 Arena in London, England. However, the entire show had linked online with commentary ahead of time. According to PW Insider, the entire episode leaked across multiple online platforms ahead of Friday night. While the source of the link has not been identified, the situation reportedly created eternal unhappiness within WWE. The report states that the full broadcast surfaced in several places before the show aired on television, leading spoilers to circulate ahead of airtime. No additional details have been provided on how the episode was linked or whether WWE has determined the origin of the unauthorized release. Although the cause remains unknown, the report notes that it is understandable why those within the company would be unhappy with the situation, and the report also does not indicate whether the link affected the production plans or the scheduled broadcast of WWE SmackDown. And it's official, as Krssi Luv said earlier, WWE SmackDown is making its return to the 2-hour format next Friday. It was confirmed on last night's show. The show will be dropping its third hour starting next week, which takes place on July 3rd. Michael Cole made the announcement on the show. The news is not particularly surprising, as USA Network had listed next week's episode as running 2 hours, and the news was first reported by Wrestling Observer Radio at the start of the month. WWE SmackDown similarly started in 2025 as a 3-hour show and then moved back to 2 hours starting on July 4th. USA Network will air everything on the menu with Braun Strowman in the 10 p.m. slot starting next week, moving it back to 11 p.m. Eastern time, probably at the end of the year, at the start of 2027. That's when it'll be back at 3 hours.
Wow, we can't wait for January. We can't wait for that.
Yay. I mean, don't worry. They'll find new problems for the 2-hour format. That's what they did last year. They just found new problems. Like now they can't feature like 10 of their guys on the roster and 10 of their girls on the roster because they have one less hour of television. That's how it works.
Not like they were doing a good job at that anyway, so.
To be fair, but veteran WWE executive Bruce Prichard was in the news this week, as he's been away from WWE since WrestleMania 42. While there has been no official announcement regarding his ongoing hiatus, a new report has shed light on the reason behind his absence and his potential return. In this week's edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that Prichard has been away from the company since the show of shows in Las Vegas this past April due to back issues. However, Meltzer added that Prichard's return is intimate and that he has dropped a lot of weight during the hiatus. However, the report didn't reveal the exact date of his return. Bruce Prichard is one of the most influential WWE personalities behind the scenes, having worked for the company over several decades under both Vince McMahon and Triple H. He is currently the executive director of creative writing and talent, and the 63-year-old Texan plays a key role in shaping storylines and the overall creative process. In a further update of some news that we talked about last week, Zilla Fatu seems to be imminently signing with WWE. Zilla Fatu is to be coming to the company with a new report giving details on the potentially signing with the company. Fightful Select reports that Fatu is currently in WWE's plans to sign, if he hasn't already signed on. To be clear, the report does not confirm whether he has signed on or not. As reported, Fatu was at the WWE Performance Center earlier this month. The report notes that Fatu was going through some of the processes needed to prepare for signing with the company. Fatu, 26 years old, is the son of the late WWE star Umaga and has been on WWE's radar for quite some time. While there has long been speculation that Fatu could sign with the company, sources note that plans for him to come on board came together fairly recently. If he does sign on, he would join Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa as members of the bloodline in the company. Zilla Fatu has been wrestling for just under 3 years. He made his in-ring debut for Reality of Wrestling in July of 2023. He trained at the promotion, which was owned by Booker T, and has worked regularly for them. He has also worked for House of Glory, GCW, Fourth Rope Wrestling, and more. And he is currently the Fourth Rope Heavyweight Champion, the current and two-time HOG Crown Jewel Champion, as well as the NCG Noble Crown Champion for Noble Champions Group out of Ontario, Canada. So the bloodline's gonna get bigger. They're dead ass gonna have fucking a War Games matchup with this whole Samoans and Tongans and one nigga named Royce Keys.
Damn. Not one nigga. Damn, Royce, this is what you wanted to
do? And you in good company if you the only nigga in that group.
I mean, yes.
Fair. It's like being Owen Hart in the Nation of Domination.
You know what? You're right. That's it. Look at you, SP.
No one never forgets Owen Hart was in the Nation of Domination. I'm just saying.
I didn't.
This is basic mathematics, y'all. Basic mathematics. Less nigga, one nigga, boom. We got
today's mathematics.
Today's mathematics, y'all. We got Dion who says, I don't know why WWE is so pressed. It's not like groundbreaking, anything groundbreaking happened on SmackDown anyway. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is true. I watched the episode and I completely forgot it like an hour later. Where I had to watch something on the show this morning to remind myself.
He said, I mean, the thing is like, I understand why. Is it funny? Yes, but I understand why they did it. I mean, it's their content, you know?
Yeah.
They have a time slot. They have a fulfilled to need for TV. They have a TV slot. So I totally understand. It's kind of like we see movies all the time. If it's good or bad, you know, obviously they don't like when people pirate it because it's their product. It's their, you know, there's their copyright. So I get it.
You don't care.
Maybe I
get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I.
It's like, do I feel bad for them? No. But but as a business, I get it.
Yeah. All right, Josh. It's time for your favorite time of the show. Talking about C-level WWE shows, and it's time to talk about WWE NXT. WWE NXT on Tuesday did a huge rating. They did 668,000 viewers. You had in the main event of the show, the Culling lost to Dorian Van Deuce and Sean Legacy in a tag team bout. Post-match, you had the Culling split up as Nico Vance and Izzy Dane turned on Sean Spears, laying him out and putting him through a table. This follows Sean Spears being responsible for Ariana Grace pulling an upset over Izzy Dane in the WWE Speed Women's Championship #1 Contenders Tournament. Also on the show, the bigger story of the entire show was Naraku, who gave the NXT Great American Bash contract back to Tony D'Angelo, where a fireball came out of the contract and blinded Tony D. Meanwhile, you had Mason Rook as well as Jackson Drake all gunning to replace Tony D in the NXT championship match at the pay-per-view. They all came out and threw their names in the hat, but it was Tony D who made his return to the arena after going to the hospital, and he fought off Naraku before Naraku poked him in the eye, damaging his eye even more ahead of their matchup at the Great American Bash. You had Saquon Sugars. He got into a face-to-face confrontation with Dion Lennox where they talked about their past together in Dark State. Saquon revealed that he was the mastermind behind everything that Dark State did, while Dion revealed that Sugars second-guesses himself and needed the confidence of Dark State to do anything. Aaron Rurik picked up a win over Tristan Angels to retain the WWE Evolve Men's Championship. EK Prosper picked up a win over Keanu Carver in singles competition, an upset win. Post-match, you had Keanu who laid out EK Prosper and then asked the GM why he doesn't get a title shot. Maybe because you're a fucking loser. Hank and Tank scored a win over the Birthright in tag team action. So that was NXT this week. Then moving over to WWE Evolve. WWE Evolve this week had their Secession 3 event. On the show, you had Nikita Lyons. Yes! Big Cat Kita. Maga the Stallion. The American Cream, Busted Rhodes. The Ultimo Wagon. Thicky, the Wagon Creamboat. JBBL. Thick Cheney. Okay, that's all the names I got. But Nikita Lyons.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Captured the Evolve Women's Championship with a victory over Wendy Chu. You had Cal Dixon made his Evolve debut with a win over Kai Kavari, thanks to a mystery woman. And then finally, you had Aaron Rurik, who picked up a win over Max Abrams in the main event to retain the Evolve Men's Championship. They had AAA on Fox last Saturday. The show featured Minnie the Kingo pulling up an upset win as he teamed up with El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. to defeat El Ojo of El Hijo del Vikingo and Omos in tag team action. You also had Ray Phoenix beat Lince Dorado and Laredo Kid in a very fun three-way matchup to retain the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship. And finally, El Grande Americano made his return to AAA for the first time since Mass vs. Mass, where he addressed the Mexican fans. He set his sights on the AAA Mega Campeon. However, El Grande was jumped by the newly returning Perros del Mar, consisting of Carmen Petrovic, Angel Berto, Daga, and Bronco Nima. They stood tall to close the show. And then finally, you had TNA Thursday Night Impact on AMC. That show featured the Hardys kicking off the broadcast to talk about their tag team title ladder match at Slammiversary. They were interrupted by the Righteous and the System. A brawl broke out where Jeff Hardy made everyone bail after he climbed a ladder and threatened to jump. It's like scary. Then you have Frankie Kazarian, Mr. Elegance, and Cedric Alexander scored a victory over Leon Slater, Casey Navarro, and Fabian Eichner in a pretty decent trios main event. Mara Sade picked up a win over M by Elegance in singles competition. Post-match, Mara and Indy fought off Elena Black and the Elegance brand. Isaiah Brookside beat Harley Hudson. Post-match, Brookside further attacked Hudson until Lei Ying Lee made the save. Moose with JDC and Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards faced off in a preview of their No Surrender match at Slammiversary. And then finally, Mike Santana and Nick Nemeth had a TNA World Title Summit where they exchanged their final words before Slammiversary. After this summit was over, Ryan Nemeth came in and attacked Santana. After Santana laid out Ryan, it was Nick who took advantage, slamming the world champion's head into the TNA world title. The show closed with Nemeth demanding they give him the gold because his opponent wasn't making it to the pay-per-view. However, Santana came out with a beaten down Ryan Nemeth, all bloody from the title belt, and he ran off Nick Nemeth to close the show. What do you think about did you see this TNA World Title Summit, Josh? It looked like they were in the break room of whatever arena they were at. You could see the overhead mic like come into the shot. It was so badly produced. Yeah.
Sad. So super sad.
Hey, I'm giving you the opportunity to talk about TNA. I know you love when we talk about TNA, Josh.
It's just that it's crazy that they always find ways to give me more shit to talk than like the opposite.
It's never the opposite, actually.
It's like never. It's like what? It's like, you know. It's like, come on, guys. Like I don't want to keep kicking a dead horse, but Jesus Christ, like.
No, keep kicking it. It's okay.
You will.
It's like
you will kick it though.
No, I will. Don't get me wrong. I will kick it. It's just.
You should
it's like,
kick it.
damn. It's like, damn, guys. It's like every time you have an opportunity to prove me wrong, you still prove me right, and it's like you're not even trying.
They never try. They're just here to prove you right at all costs, Josh. That's what they're here for.
Man, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they did look like they were like in a break room.
Yo, that shit looks so poorly conceived. Like, I was just like, this is kind of sad. Like, this is not well done whatsoever.
This is
You're better off doing it in the ring. You're better off just doing that in the ring or something.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it was just like no reason to do the summit there either. You're absolutely right. They could have done the same thing in the ring and it probably would have looked better. But yeah, that was TNA. That was the go home show before Slammiversary. They really made people want to watch Slammiversary, right, guys?
they really made people purchase the pay-per-view. Great job, tits and ass. Great job.
Tits and ass. Are you gonna watch even 1 minute of Slammiversary, Josh?
I'll watch it on X. I'm definitely not watching it on my TV. I'm not giving them a single dollar. I'll tell you that much.
Would you? I don't believe you would ever spend $1, even if they were producing good television.
I mean, I was back in the Impact, like, you know, when they were doing the Impact shows, and I really want to watch a pay-per-view. So I was doing that, but now, no, absolutely not. I like my money. I rather probably put my money in a boil, a pot, and just let it sit there before I spend it on TNA at this point.
That was very descriptive. Right. There. So. Fact. What about you, Krssi Luv? Are you willing to watch TNA Slammiversary?
What day come on?
It comes on today. No, tomorrow.
Right?
Tomorrow.
I can't. It's too much stuff coming on tomorrow. Like,
I got no time for that. I don't got no time for that.
And it's kind of crazy that there's people in this world that it's like, oh, Slammiversary, yeah, I'm gonna choose that over Forbidden Door.
There's people that's been in our chat that's told us that they want to watch Slammer. They're most interested in Slammiversary.
Good for them. I'm happy for them. Then you could tell us
which people
and let us know what happened.
Which people are these? Because man,
I'm not going to dox them.
Because the CTE is probably like on a high right now. If you really decide that, Jesus Christ, like what kind of shit is that? People actually say that?
You put yourself through that?
Wait, people actually said that? Like, hey, Slammer. Well, what's more interesting about Slammiversary? That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
Well, in fact, no. Tomorrow is Sunday. I gotta watch House of the Dragons. Fuck all of that shit. I'm not watching none of that. No, thank you.
Well, that comes on early. That actually comes on like at 3:00 because they were forced to get that time slot.
They were forced to move because of Forbidden Door.
See, look at that. Even better.
Yeah, you see?
Even better. Like, you're still not going to watch Even Better.
Probably not. Like, I'll see the highlights on. I'll watch your review show. That's how I get the information from that show.
I'll be out on Wednesday. I'll drop that on Wednesday. See, I'm not even dropping that on time, to be fair.
Because you got other shows to do. That's why. The more important ones.
There's too much going on this week where I can't. Would I really be wise to do a Slammiversary review instead of Forbidden Door?
No, absolutely not.
That's silly.
You want viewership. You want people to watch your show.
Hey, that's all.
Shit, even I will question, like, I will question that, because I'll be like, yo, you crazy at that point.
It's like, you out of your goddamn mind. What the fuck are you thinking? But are you guys gonna watch any second of NXT The Great American Bash?
No.
Sorry, Sean.
We're just teaching the people that we wouldn't talk about like half the shows that we talk about unless I watch them, because y'all not watching anything from TNA or NXT.
I told you what I'm watching Forbidden Door. I'm gonna have one TV to have House of the Dragons on, and then I'm probably gonna have like my laptop with the BET Awards. If I have to watch something with commercials, that's probably that show.
So you said AEW's getting the TV? AEW gets the TV privileges?
Yes.
Look at that.
One will be on the phone and one will be on the laptop. Don't know how I'm gonna do all three, but it's gonna get done.
Godspeed, right? It's gonna get done one way or another, right? All right, but let's talk about some TNA news, because they have been all over the news the last couple of weeks. It seems we talked in depth last week about everything going on with TNA at the moment, with what the drama, considering that Tommy Dreamer was basically usurped from the company. He was taken out of the company after being the head of creative for a matter of, I think it's been like years that he's been the head of creative for TNA, but now he is no longer that whatsoever. And now there is new names being brought up. We talked about it last week that TNA had brought up Road Dogg, Brian James, as a potential person to take over for Tommy Dreamer, but we have more kind of follow-up to those whole reports. So like we said before, Tommy Dreamer was let go from TNA last week as head of creative. He was fired, basically. It's been confirmed that he was told by TNA that they did not need his services any longer. So now TNA reportedly expects positive changes backstage and on television with Tommy Dreamer's exit. False Finish reported on Wednesday that multiple sources in TNA pushed back on Dreamer's statements on Busted Open Radio, where he said, "It's not my job anymore. I tried building a culture and I can't worry about that anymore because it is all going to change. And I hope everyone realizes how much it's going to change." The sources said that Dreamer didn't want to build contenders and had control of who was pushed. It goes on to note that the belief in TNA is that the culture will change for the better and that the change was needed now that TNA is on AMC. Dreamer has also come under fire online for past negative experiences that several independent talent had with him, including Kennedy Hardcastle, Danny Jordan, ROH star Carly Bravo, and referee Danny Burch. A new report had a bigger update on Road Dogg Brian James potentially coming on board with TNA, and it involves Slammiversary. As has been reported, TNA has discussed bringing in the former SmackDown co-lead writer in the wake of their letting Tommy Dreamer go last week. Dreamer was released from his position at TNA last Wednesday. According to PW Insider, James is set to attend Sunday's TNA Slammiversary pay-per-view. The report goes on to say that James was initially pitched as a producer in TNA, though that has changed since Tommy Dreamer was let go. One source pointed out that James is close to Johnny Russo, who is the head writer of NXT, and that could lead to a stronger dynamic to the partnership between NXT and TNA. It is, to be clear, not yet being reported that James has joined TNA or even confirmed that he will. He has filled a number of backstage roles in WWE in the past and has worked for TNA before during the 2000s. In this week's issue of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer also reported that Brian James is expected to start working with TNA from this weekend onward. He added that the Hunter Johnson is set to be the head booker, with Vice President of Television Production Eric Tompkins and Road Dogg Brian James expected to be working with him closely. That said, it must be noted that neither TNA nor James has confirmed that the latter has signed with the company. THH will provide more updates on this evolving situation in due course. TNA Slammiversary, of course, takes place tomorrow in Boston, Massachusetts, and airs live on pay-per-view. What do you think? How do you think TNA will change with Tommy Dreamer out and Road Dogg potentially coming into the company? Josh?
That's a serious question for me.
It's all been a setup, son. It's a setup. They did this on purpose.
Because I tell you right now, that shit ain't changing much. You think Tommy Dreamer was the overall problem in TNA? Like, I'm supposed to be convinced that you remove Tommy Dreamer and that's gonna change the culture. You know who you need to remove? You need to remove Carlos Silva. That's what the fuck you need to remove. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we talking about? Like, oh, let's remove Tommy Dreamer. He's the problem. No, your problem is on top. That's the problem. Like, it's ridiculous, you know. And you know, some of these independent wrestlers that came out and they said they had bad experiences, you know, that's their experience. You know, I really didn't like the fact that how other wrestlers were trying to like defend Tommy Dreamer. Because it kind of felt like people were trying to say that people were lying on him. But I'm like, if that was their experience with him, that was their experience. I don't see why would you lie. If you're going to lie about anybody, why would you lie about Tommy Dreamer? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if they had bad experiences with him, they had bad experiences. But I just don't think – it's just kind of funny to me that he gets let go, right? You saw how he spoke when he got let go. Like, he was still complimentary on TNA. He was still kind of like, you know, the way he was like they mutually parted ways. He easily could have said, yeah, they fired my ass. He didn't do that. But now all of a sudden, like, all these reports come out like, oh, you know, they lost faith and, you know, they want to do this to change how it is backstage and all these bad stories. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, now we're at a point that we got to bury him. Like, yeah, I already said it. Like, I criticized his booking. I don't think his booking is great. I just don't think that this is the response you should be giving. Like, oh, changing this, changing that, because you're trying to make it seem like he was the main problem, which he's not the main problem. The main problem is on top. The main problem is when you got rid of Scott D'Amore, who did you replace Scott D'Amore with? That's the problem.
No, I won't say you're wrong. I can't say you're wrong because Carlos Silva has not been a positive for TNA whatsoever in any shape or form. We do have a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Valab, for the support. He says Zilla gonna show up in a black hoodie out of nowhere and Samoan Spike some dumbass. Most creative man ever, Fraud Paul. Agreed. Can't wait for his black hoodie. That's that Zilla black hoodie. Krssi Luv, do you think that we're going to see any positive changes within TNA with Tommy Dreamer gone and Road Dogg coming
in? Probably not, but I'm thinking this is all a setup by WWE since they already own them. And they was like, let's fire you, but we're also going to give you the job over at the other place. So now that this is all coming over, yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's now conspiracy. I'm thinking it's really a conspiracy. It was like, listen, we already own these people, but nobody knows it, right? But we do. Like, it's like, so it's only about a couple of people that know, a handful of people that know that they own this business, right? We know, but they don't want us to know, but whatever. And we're like, all right, we're gonna make it seem like we're firing you, but you're not fired. Like you still employed by us. However, we're going to make you now the head person over at TNA. Now you're getting your own stuff. Like you don't even have to do anything. Like you're getting your own thing. So is a come up, is a win-win for everyone. That's my thinking on it.
She using her third eye, y'all. She out here using her third eye. She done broke the code.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, if that is true, you sent the I don't know guy to TNA. That's one hell of a choice. I'll tell you that much.
I'm telling you, they told me to say all that shit on purpose. It's all a ploy.
I didn't even have this in my notes, but I'm going to highlight this comment here because, hey, THH fan from Good Doer, he says, do you think Bully talking crap about Mox was to take heat off of Dreamer? Did you hear about the Bully Ray talking shit about John Moxley quote? Krssi Luv?
I did not. What did he say?
Let me read this. Let me read this out. This was a funny start to the week that we had.
Why are we bothering John Moxley? Did John Moxley do anything to anyone?
No, Bully is just being a grifter as he always is. So Bully Ray went on socials. He went on the Busted Open podcast, and he says he believes he could beat the living shit out of John Moxley.
Like if in a real match, or like in like
Bully Ray said on Busted Open Radio, the Deaf Riders have not helped AEW in any way, shape, or form. The Deaf Riders are John Moxley playing out his pro wrestling fantasies because he's got Tony's ear. Because he wants to be Terry Funk, I would kick the shit out of John Moxley. I'd beat the living shit out of him. Fraud. He was cooking until he said he was going to beat the shit out of him. He was kind of cooking, but he kind of let us all down. Bully Ray is such a grifter, and then when he got called out by Marina Shafir and Josh Barnett, he was like, "Oh, I'm just working, guys. I'm just working." I'm not doing. I don't know why anybody takes these motherfuckers serious.
I mean, it was a stupid fucking work. I could tell you that much because I'm like, where did he think that was going? If you're working, it's working to go somewhere. That didn't go nowhere. All it did is just push your anti-AEW agenda. I don't see how that's a positive. I don't see how any of that was. I just don't get it.
It got him the clicks he wanted, Josh.
I mean, that's about it. I mean, hey, if it got you clicks, I mean, fine, but it's like it was. I mean, it was stupid. It was stupid to begin with. It was like, I mean, it was all bullshit. I mean, obviously, but the fact that you got Josh Barnett involved, I was like, oh boy, like Bully,
he done mess with the wrong one. That's not the one you want to mess with, bro.
Because if you get to a fight with Barnett, he will definitely fuck you up. So I mean,
TNA was also in the news this week outside of all the drama behind the scenes because sports business analyst Blake Avion recently claimed that TNA's parent company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, is looking to sell the wrestling promotion for $40 to $50 million, with $30 million being the base price. During this week's AEW x NJPW Forbidden Door media call, AEW president Tony Khan was asked about rumors of TNA wrestling being up for sale. Recently, sports business analysts claiming that it's for $40 to $50 million. So during the media call, Khan was asked by WrestleNomics Brandon Thurston if he had any interest in acquiring TNA wrestling. Khan then asked Thurston to set a price, and Thurston named a price of $40 million. Laughingly, Tony Khan responded, "No." He said he explained further, "It has value It would have to be the right price. The video library has a lot of great wrestlers over the years. Certainly not the top priority for me as an acquisition right now. It's not something I've had any serious conversations about. The the AEW president also added, like a lot of things in life, it could be an interesting purchase if the price was right. But if that's not true of so many things in life, there are a lot of excellent automobiles that I would have loved I had to have in my garage, but it would depend on the price. At 40 million, no, absolutely not. So it appears fans shouldn't expect Tony Khan to buy TNA anytime soon. Khan and AEW previously collaborated with TNA in 2020 and it ran through 2021. He even had Tony Khan with the ads on TNA television. However, Mike Johnson, a PW insider, reported this morning or this week that several sources in both TNA and his parent company have declined or denied the claims that Anthem Sports and Entertainment is seeking a sale. The report noted that sources within Anthem Media specifically denied the price tag making the rounds, and the sources described it as undervaluing the worth of TNA wrestling. Sources have also reportedly denied claims that WWE would have the first of right of refusal to match outside offers for the promotion. Another source questioned the timing of these reports, claiming that they appear to be aimed at hurting the company ahead of its marquee event, Slammiversary. The source also questioned the credibility of the report, stating a social media account with no track record or real following threw out grandiose statements and everyone parroted it for no reason other than to grab attention for themselves. Several sources also claim that Anthem Media rejected Scott D'Amore's offer to buy the company a few years ago. This is probably the most concrete answer Tony Khan has ever given on a media call. Him saying no to something, you know that price is outrageous. How much do you think TNA is worth right now, Josh?
Generously, I think it's worth about $50,000. I think $50,000 is a good price.
That's what I said, a couple thousand. It's no
all the money they losing. You trying to tell me $40 million? Get the fuck out of here.
I would say 10 million. I would say 10 million.
Damn, that's a lot.
Realistically, 10 million is fair. I think 10 million is definitely fair.
Because they got you're acquiring the tape library, you're acquiring all the contracts that are still under them, and you would be acquiring their cable deal. I think 10 million is a good set price, and then you can go up from there and you can make other kind of evaluations and be like, this is worth this amount, you're getting that, and then you could probably get up to maybe like 20-25 million.
Yeah, and it's also kind of crazy that they said 40 because the thing is, right, when WCW was trying to sell for about $60 million, right? And you see what WCW was able to do, right, with the business while they were still running. TNA hasn't even come close to that. And you're telling me that's $40 million? Good luck with that. But even some of the comments were like delusional. Like, oh, they're doing this to hurt Slammiversary. Guys, you hurt Slammiversary yourself. So what are you talking?
Exactly. Like the whole Tommy Dreamer drama didn't hurt Slammiversary.
Like what? Like that has nothing. The whole sale thing, like that has nothing to do with. Like you didn't even have half the tickets moved by that time. Mm-hmm. So what are you talking about? Like more tickets sold this week than they've ever had during like the sale for Slammiversary. So what are you guys talking about? Like it was the whole thing is just, and then they said undervalued. $40 million is undervalued for a company that's never made profit. Come on.
Outrageous. Should we put our money together and we can purchase TNA?
No, don't do it.
She's like, I'm not investing in that.
I want you guys to win. I don't want you guys to lose any money.
I'd rather buy a meal from Bojangles or something than me purchasing TNA at this point. I would want nothing. I would want nothing to do with TNA. I'm like, absolutely not. I don't want no type of association, nothing.
I disagree with this comment here from Jose, who says that the the library alone carries the majority of the value. The cable deal does.
No. Yeah,
The
and then
cable.
also I think that the library thing I think is overblown. I think it's a little overblown for how much you could buy it for, just because it's media. It's not like because the thing is that even if you buy the library, it's probably just gonna sit there. You know what I mean? Like if you're not utilizing it, it's just gonna sit there. That alone loses its value because it's like, all right, you're not making money off of it. I think that's an overblown concept of it, of like the purchasing, like the company for the library because it's worth this or that. It's just an assumption when it comes to what that's worth. But they do have it. They do have the TV deal. The TV deal is the biggest selling point. The reason why WCW fell in their sale is because there was no TV deal.
Yeah.
Time Warner, they decided to like, no, you're not using our network. You're not using our TV. That's why WWE purchased WCW for $4 million compared to 60 because they lost that TV deal. When you're selling the company and you have a TV deal, that's why. That's why.
No money.
Yeah, the prices it's up because of that TV deal. That's why they're estimating TNA for $40 million because of the TV deal alone, not because of the company itself, because of that TV deal.
Yeah. Because all these wrestling companies, especially in North America, they've all become TV companies. It used to be, wrestling is a ticket sale company, or wrestling is a merchandise company. No, it's become a TV company where that's the most revenue that you're receiving. WWE, AEW, the most revenue they receive is from all the TV deals that WWE has and WBD with AEW. We got Mr. Towns who says news came out saying that TNA is losing money even with their AMC TV deal. And yeah, that creates an additional question of what is the TNA AMC deal? Like, how much is it worth? Did they get like 10 million, like 3.5 per year? Did they get like 5 million? Like, I think that this deal is legitimately like, I think half of what NXT is getting on the CW. And remember, when we first saw the TNA, the NXT, the CW, everybody was like, yo, CW got a fucking steal. They were getting, I think they're paying NXT like 25 million a year. Like that's a steal when it comes to these TV rights deals. Like AEW got what? 500 million or like 800 million on their last deal. WWE got like 5 billion from Netflix. Like the low ball was 25 million from CW for NXT. Imagine what AMC is paying for TNA.
It's definitely significantly less. I do think I don't think, to be honest, I don't even think it's half. I would say about 10 million. Because again, when Carlos Silva was talking about it, he said that his ideal would be 7 to 10 million, right? So I think that's the range. I don't think they went even more than that. And again, that's good for TNA. Like TNA, if you're in a network that's averaging $250,000 per audience, I mean that is a good deal for TNA, especially if they're getting like over 200K. You know, that's still business wise, that's still decent for what what they're paying. I just think again the $40 million price tag is outrageous. But then even when you debunk it, you said, "Oh, it's undervalued." Like you just made the situation worse by saying it because we all know that's a lie.
It's like, well, how is it undervalued? What the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, we'll keep you posted on TNA sale news and everything else. It's been a part of all this TNA restructuring drama that's been going on as of late. But finishing up with TNA news, TNA is in the process of introducing a new title to the company. It was recently reported TNA Wrestling is about to introduce a new title to the promotion. It is being rumored that it's going to be a part of the Knockouts division. Details are still scarce at the moment about the title, including its name and what the kind of title it will be, or if it will be defined beyond mid-card and women's. The report notes that their sources say that an announcement could come soon if all the details are worked out, and until it is announced, anything could change, especially considering the recent change in creative. The report also notes that there is a women's tournament of some kind planned for July. It is not clear if this is related to the potential new title or separate thing. TNA currently has 2 titles for the Knockouts division: the Women's Champion, the Knockouts World Championship by Lei Ying Li, and then the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships held by Heather and M by Elegance. According to PW Insider, the company has major plans for the upcoming show, Slammiversary. Earlier this week, Mike Johnson reported that a former WWE superstar is planned to be part of the show, and that he is a former multi-time singles champion. Speaking of former WWE talent and former multi-time singles champion, Apollo Crews is apparently getting interest from TNA Wrestling as of late. According to WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select, Apollo Crews is under the radar of TNA. The report makes it clear that after the recent creative shakeup in TNA, it's not yet clear where the interest in Crews stands. However, sources indicated that Crews had been discussed as someone the company was potentially interested in when he becomes available. It is not yet known whether Crews is a free agent or not yet. If he was released, it is likely that he won't be available until late July. However, if his contract were simply not renewed, that may not be the case. As such, it's not clear when he will be able to appear for TNA or any other company. Crews is a former WWE Intercontinental and United States champion, and he was with the company since 2014. And then finally, TNA is set for a Slammiversary tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. However, ticket sales are not that good. Earlier this week, WrestleTix provided a latest update saying that the company has only moved 2,371 tickets for Slammiversary. 386 tickets have been sold since June 22nd. At this time, 12 tickets are available on the resale market. The price of the cheapest ticket has dropped to $61.90 to $41.45. And the total number of tickets available on the map is 3,122. Mind you, TNA sold over 7,000 tickets for Slammiversary last year. So, not very good. Not very good at all.
Don't sound like it is at all. But yeah,
that's TNA, guys. But from TNA, yeah, or Amy. From TNA news to some sad news in the wrestling world, as the wrestling world has lost another one of the greats. As this week it was revealed that Joe Doring had passed away after his battle with cancer. It was revealed on Friday that former All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown heavyweight champion and longtime professional wrestler Joe Doring has died at the age of 44 years old following a years-long battle with brain cancer. Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling announced on June 26 that Doring passed away peacefully in the morning while surrounded by his family. Doring spent nearly a decade fighting brain cancer while continuing to build one of the most respected careers in the industry. He was first diagnosed in 2016, but returned to the ring after treatment. He continued wrestling through 2022 before facing the disease twice again. The statement from Maple Leaf Pro wrote, at 9:13 a.m. today, June 26, our brother Joe Doring passed away peacefully, surrounded by his family. Though his time on this earth lasted only 44 years, Joe packed 1,000 years worth of living into every one of them. Joe is survived by his beloved wife, Lindsay, his family, and leaves behind countless friends and devoted fans around the world who will forever remember his strength, courage, and spirit. Rest in peace, Joe. You will never be forgotten. During that period, the wrestling community came together to support him. Friends, fans, and fellow wrestlers raised tens of thousands of dollars through GoFundMe campaigns to assist with his medical expenses. Inside the ring, Doring built a reputation as one of wrestling's toughest heavyweights. His rugged style and cowboy look often drew comparisons to WWE Hall of Famer Stan the Lariat Hansen. He competed across North America and Japan, but his greatest success came in All Japan Pro Wrestling. There, he became a two-time Triple Crown heavyweight champion and also won multiple tag team championships. Doring also held the tag team titles in TNA wrestling and spent time in WWE's developmental system earlier in his career. Doring's sister-in-law, Mandy Vemp, revealed that he would soon enter a hospice just last week. After his passing, she shared another update on the GoFundMe page saying that he passed away at 9:13 a.m. Joe Doring's legacy extends well beyond his championships, and he will be remembered for his perseverance inside the ring and determination he showed through multiple battles against cancer. R.I.P. and, condolences to Joe Doring's family, friends, and fans. 44 years old is way too young to pass away. And this is why I say, with all heart and all sincerity, fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Fuck you.
Any memories of Joe Doring, Josh, whether it's Japan, have you seen his work in Japan or TNA?
Yeah, I see some of the stuff in Japan. I remember when he came to Impact, I was like, oh shit, like they got Joe Doring. Like I thought that was kind of like a big deal when they got him, and and it was cool to see him, in Impact, and that's when Impact was actually catching momentum, and so it was cool to see him. Unfortunately, he this was something that he was battling for a long time. I even purchased one of his shirts when they did like a fundraiser. That if you purchased like one of his shirts, I guess it was like going to like that cause. So I ended up buying one of the shirts. I still have it too in my closet. So we all know like he's been dealing with this for a long time. It's just, unfortunate, to get the news. But he had a great career. Everywhere he went, he did something, and we're always gonna remember that. So my condolences to his family, to his friends, everybody who's affected by it.
Yeah, definitely agree there. But yeah, thank you guys in the chat for all the RIPs, showing love to Joe Doring. Always when we lose someone in the wrestling community is always tough, especially when they're so young, 44 years old. Like that's scary. I'm only like freaking 6 years away from that. Bloody Money saying
I'm only 2, and that's like right there, and that's so scary.
Yeah. Bloody Money saying Joe Doring, former 2-time All Japan Triple Crown champion, former tag team champion, All Japan. He's an All Japan guy. R.I.P. Joe Doring. Indeed. All right. We are done with the WWE partner promotions. Show some love to Joe Doring in the chat. But it's time for Miss Krssi Luv's favorite time of the show. What time is it, Miss Krssi Luv?
It's TikTok time.
Indeed, it is TikTok time. Last week, we played Clash of the Territories. This week, we are playing the other games that have been created as of late. These games have become trends in the sports world, and now they're tripling over into wrestling. So today, we are going to play first Main Eventer. Main Eventer, which is on a new site where you get to build your own pay-per-view based on matches and based on the ratings of those matches from these past shows. So basically, you're the booker, spin a show, draft real matches into your dream card and scored on real cage match ratings, and then you see who books the best show. So we're going to do it differently than we did last week, where we all kind of teamed up to create the show. We're each gonna go and create our own show. So I'm gonna spin it for y'all. Krssi Luv will go first, then Josh, then me, and we'll see who gets the best score, and then the chat can determine who had the best card. All right,
Oh, boy.
Krssi Luv. Are we playing normal? Normal is basically you get the classics pay-per-views from WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, ROH, AEW, New Japan. Insane is you get every promotion, and you get each spin forces pay-per-view or TV, land on TV, and you're stuck booking the deep cuts. Or sicko mode, where everything and everywhere you add 15 indie promotions, and you basically can pick from any matches from any promotion.
From indie promotions.
Any promotion. Any
promotion.
Fine. Yeah.
Let's do sicko.
Let's do sicko mode. I liked her style, y'all. All right, we're gonna spin for Krissi's first matchup. Promotion and era, and we got WWE 2024, Miss Krssi Luv. So what you're gonna book 5 matches. You get a main event, a singles match, a tag team match, a women's match, or a multi-man matchup. So the top matches from 2024 WWE, we got Cody and Roman from WrestleMania 40. We got Punk and Drew McIntyre from Bad Blood 2024. Either of those you could pick as the main event or singles. Then you got Ethan Page, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans and Sean Spears. You could pick that as a multi-man. You got Cody versus AJ Styles. You got Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Bailey versus Io Sky. Oba versus Dijak and Josh Briggs. Fraxium versus Chase U. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams.
Okay. So I'll pick my main event right now.
You can pick whichever you want. You can scroll down and pick a women's match and pick the women's match now. It's whatever you want.
I don't think I should pick the main event because I have other ones I got to pick from, right? So give me Gunther Sammy.
And we're making that the singles?
Yeah.
All right. And we're going to spin again. And we got WWE 2007, Miss Krssi Luv. So you got John Cena, Umaga, Royal Rumble 2007 is the top matchup. Shawn Michaels, John Cena from from Monday Night Raw in April of 2007. That's the 58-minute matchup. Shawn Michaels and John Cena from SmackDown that year. John Cena versus Edge versus Randy Orton versus Shawn Michaels from Backlash 2007. What you picking? You also got Benoit, Michaels, and Triple H for some reason is here too.
What? Why?
Oh I don't even know. I don't even think these people were in WWE in 2007, but it's here, so
right. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Sure. How many single matches do I get?
You get a main event. Your next singles match would be your main event.
Okay, so then I need a tag match. I need or
a multi-man matchup.
Multi-man match. Yeah, I need a multi-man match. Scroll so I can see the rest of them. Okay, stop. Oh God, these matches are terrible.
Because you scroll past the good ones.
Yeah, no, I see. But they're not multi-man ones. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, there is one. They gave you they basically cheated for you. They gave you one right at the top.
Okay, give me that one, I guess.
New Japan 2018, 2019. You got Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada from Dominion 2018. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega from Wrestle Kingdom.
I was about to give me the first one. Kenny Omega is
don't waste no time. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Kenny and what you that's a no-brainer right there. Bullet Club.
Then we got New Japan 2024. We got Bullet Club versus United Empire from the Dog Pound Steel Cage. You got Mayu Iwatani versus Momo Watanabe. Got Mercedes Moné and Stephanie Vicaire. Ichiban Sweet Boys versus Catch 2022. What you got? You got tag team and women's match left.
Give me the women's of number 2.
Mayu and Momo. And then finally we got Indies 2025. Just pick the top one. Just call it.
Yeah.
Just pick the top.
That's my main event.
Yep. No, that's your tag team match. So you overall got a B. You got a solid card for Sicko all time. You're 326 highest. Your overall card score is 9.46. So pretty well. All right, so Krssi Luv set the bar at 9.46. So it's time to build another card. This time is for Josh. And yes, Josh, you have to do Sicko mode because Krssi Luv picked it. All right, you ready, Josh?
Ready.
All right, we got WWE 2006. John Cena and Edge at TLC. Rob Van Dam and John Cena, One Night Stand 2006. Edge and Mick Foley, the hardcore match at WrestleMania 22. Kurt Angle and The Undertaker, No Way Out 2006. I don't know why you said ill. These are dope matches.
No, I'm saying the year. And I was like, fuck. And then when you had the matches, I'm like, oh, okay, not bad.
What you going with?
Singles match?
Okay.
Singles match, I'll go with RVD versus John Cena just because of that crowd.
All right. Next we got WWE 2020. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, the Intercontinental title match. Sasha Banks and Bayley, Hell in a Cell. Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Why are you here? You definitely did not have a match in 2020. The Bruiserweights versus the Undisputed Era.
What the fuck?
Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly. Imperium versus Undisputed Era. What you going with?
I have a women. So the women's match, I'll go with Sasha versus Bayley, Hell in a Cell.
All right, now you got WWE 2003. Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, Royal Rumble 2003. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, Iron Man match. Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 19. Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 19. Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Big Show, Vengeance 2003. The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 19. Kurt Angle and The Undertaker from SmackDown in the summer of 2003. Benoit and Brock from SmackDown, November 2003. What you got?
There was a multi-man match, right?
Kurt Angle, Brock, and Big Show.
Oh, damn! These kind of suck. Fuck. Oh, because none of these are
main event.
No, because none of these are main event. That's why I'm like, fuck. You know
what? Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit.
It's Chris Benoit. He's a murderer. I don't want Chris Benoit as the main event.
Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle Iron Man match. That's like the best WWE Iron Man match of all time.
You know what? I'll take that Iron Man match then.
I gotta pull people's teeth to make them pick great matches.
Because when he said Chris Benoit, I'm like Chris Benoit. I don't know about Chris Benoit.
Indies 2026. We got Spark Rush versus Ariso Indo and Miyu Yamashita. We got Love and Peace versus Paradox. Bunch of TJPW matches. Picking the top one?
Sure, yeah.
This match is great. I saw this match. That was great. And then finally, Indies 2020s, you can only pick a multi-man matchup. So we got Card Noir versus Ilya Dragunov versus Kyle Fletcher versus Paul Robinson from Progress. We got Dragon Gate 6-man. We got GCW Full the Culture, Willow Nightingale versus Devin Monroe, Faye Jackson, and Marty Bell. What you going with?
I'm going with the first one. Anything with Dragunov. I'm like, I'll go with the safe bet for Dragunov.
All right. So Josh also got a B, solid card. He is 372 highest, 9.07. So Krssi Luv still in the lead.
That's cool. I mean, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. It's time for me. It's time for me to see if I could beat Krssi Luv's score. All right. Sicko mode, spinning first. WWE 2026. Damn it. No El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano. I guess I got to pick Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Oh.
Good job.
Oh, no. So bad. Oh, no.
Then we got WWE 1999. I'm going with the Hardys versus Edge and Christian ladder match. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you see, like this is not fair. This is like
definitely
this
going with that. Stardom 2025. You got Shuri versus Mayu Otani from Stardom All-Star Grand Kingdom. Saya Kamatani.
Looks like someone is going to win this one. This is like a landslide.
This is ridiculous. What? This shit is rigged. This shit
rigged. Definitely
I gotta
rigged.
pick Saya and Tom. I guess I gotta pick
Adam Silver fucking did this shit. He did this shit like he did the fucking NBA draft lottery.
All right, then we got AAA 2023 to 2026. You got I got the original Grande Americano versus
Oh my god! You know what? Just pack this shit up, son. Pack it all up. What are we doing here?
Hey, they had to throw y'all a bone. I don't get shit for the Indies.
Man, fuck this shit.
Look at that. Krssi still won because of my last match. My last match fucked me over. I got a 9.12.
Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at all my first matches, and then look at this last match. Fucking dragged down my score.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny, though. That's pretty funny, though.
Fuck. All right, Krssi. You win. You win this one. Let us know in the chat who you think had the best card between us. You like that one a little bit more than last week, Krssi?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty fun.
That
was pretty fun.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was pretty fun.
I like this whole thing that you just pick it and we just go from there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's simple. It's nice to play with friends as well. So yeah, it's a good time. All right, so we got one more to do for TikTok time. Like I said, main eventer is the first one. Now we got 5-star Booker. So I will put the screen up here and I'll explain the rules. It's a wrestling booking game, as you see here. It basically allows you to book the matches you want to book, but you get specific generations, specific eras. You spin a random promotion and a year for each pick. Book 10 wrestlers into 5 dream matches and chase the perfect 5-star show. Stats. So these are the different modes you can pick from. You can pick from stats. So that's the ratings and percentiles shown, booked by the numbers. You can pick Smart, where the ratings are hidden and you book blind from memory. And you could pick from Salary Cap. This is for the real sickos. If you only get $200 to book a whole card, which is very tough. It's very tough. And then this is Book Your Promotions. We're never scared. We talk about all the promotions here, so we're putting it all. We want all the promotions for us here. All right, so yeah, we're not scared. We're not scared. Fuck it. All right, we're gonna pick. Let's pick Smart. Let's book by memory and start booking. All right. Krssi Luv, you're gonna go first again. So we're gonna spin for your venue.
Okay.
And you're in Japan. You can have your own G1 Climax. Look at that. All right.
Okay, Japan.
And then your first spin for promotion and year, you get AEW 2022. So you could pick anybody from AEW 2022, and you could put them anywhere on your card. The opener, the second match, the third match, the semi-main event, or main event.
Okay.
So it's AEW 2022. So you got MJF, you got Kenny Omega, you got Bryan Danielson, you got CM Punk. So where you going?
Give me a Darby, and
you only get one pick from each of these.
Oh, okay. Give me 2022,
right?
No. We didn't even talk about that foolishness Danhausen did on his segment. But that was just, thing, whatever.
Yeah, we didn't need to talk about it.
I was like, this is what they got the Miz doing right now. This is crazy. Like little robots. Yep. Give me Kenny Omega. Fuck it.
She's like, let's keep it simple. Let me pick Kenny Omega. All right, Kenny, by God, Omega. Where are we putting them on your card?
Main event.
All right, so we got Kenny Omega in the main event. Next spin, WWF 1998. Oh my God. Damn.
This is terrible.
This is not terrible. What the hell? 1998 is like one of WWF's best years.
I mean, yes, but
this is the Attitude Era, Krssi.
Okay, give me Stone Cold.
Where are we putting him? Against 2022 Omega. Oh, okay, semi-main. All right. New Japan 2025.
2025, okay.
2025 New Japan. So
Takeshita's in there?
Yeah, I believe Takeshita's here.
Give me Takeshita.
Yep, there you go. Who are you putting them against? Or where on the card? Omega and Takeshita?
Yep.
Oh, you get a stipulation. It'll be one stipulation. Pick the match that gets the special you get to pick the match that gets the special stipulation on your card. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Right,
that's cool.
Right. So we'll wait until you get the whole card and we'll pick. TNA 2026.
Thanks, guys. Really, really good stuff.
Mike Santana.
I guess we're gonna do a Mike Santana.
Where are you putting him? Or Leon Slater.
Oh, yeah, give me Leon Slater. Give me that. That's the better. Yeah. Opener. Yep.
All right, TNA 2007. So you got AJ Styles, you got Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Eric Young, Chris Sabin, Ali Shelley, Booker T.
Swan is in there? No.
Rich Swan? No.
Right? No, not the end. Too early. Give me Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Joe.
Where are you putting Joe? Not gonna front. Joe versus Austin would cook.
Okay, fine. Do it.
2007 Joe versus 1998 Austin. Oh, that's a dream. That's a dream for me.
I think you give me TNA mess for
TNA 2012, but they're giving you the good generations of TNA. You still got Kurt Angle. That's doing good here. You still got
Kurt Angle was like AJ Styles. Give me AJ Styles. Give me AJ Styles.
All right, the phenomenal one. Where are you putting him? Leon Slater.
I'm about to give him Leon Slater. That'd be a great opener. That young AJ Styles probably would have been a crazy match. What's this?
ECW 1997. Rob Van Dam, Taz, the Dudleys, New Jack.
Give me Uncle New Jack, son.
I knew you were gonna pick New Jack once I said New Jack. Where we put him? Second or third match?
Second.
WCW.
Second match.
1990. 1990. So you got Sting, Ric Flair. I'm not sure Vader's here. Abdullah the Butcher's here. Is Butch Reed is here. Cactus Jack is here.
Give me Cactus Jack. New Jack. Two crazy motherfuckers.
Oh, the Jacks.
The Jacks versus the Jackson.
And we got WWE 2002. So Brock, The Rock, Triple H, Austin, Angle.
Give me The Rock.
Only one place to put him. So who's going to face The Rock? WWE 2026.
Roman Reigns.
That was exactly who I would have picked too. So
that's going to give me money.
Yep. Goddamn. Krssi cooked. She got a show of the year, 77.3.
God
she
damn.
got a total of 27.25 stars out of 35.
Wow.
Pay-per-view flow 68. So yeah, you got your first match got 5 3/4 stars. AJ Styles versus Leon Slater.
That's ridiculous.
Then New Jack and Cactus Jack got 3.5 stars. The Rock
got 3.5 stars from New Jack.
Rock and Roman Reigns got 5.5. Austin and Joe got 6 1/4.
Thank you for that one, SP. You gave me that alley-oop, sir. Appreciate you.
And Kenny Omega, Konosuke Takeshita got 6 1/4. So she had 2 6 stars matches and a 5 3/4.
That is insane.
We got to stop letting Krssi Luv go first because she's setting the bar high.
I definitely lost this.
God damn, 77.3. So that is she got 5.5 stars per match.
She did this in a car where she picked New Jack.
All right, well, let's go, Josh. You're up next. We're picking all the promotions again here. So all right, you ready, Josh?
Ready.
Let's do it. Spin for the Arena Mexico. Look at that. You got a good start.
Oh, that's what's up. That's a good venue. That's a good crowd. Yeah, they're gonna be.
And he's got someone from Lucha Underground to start. So you got Lucha Underground 2014. So Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, Cage, Chavo Guerrero Jr., Johnny Mundo, King Cueno.
I go with Pentagon.
Where are we putting them?
What's this again? Like singles match, like
opener, second match, third match, semi-main, main event.
Since it's the first pick, I'll go with the opener.
All right. Spin again.
Cool.
We got Noah 2007. So this is Kenta, Kota Ibushi, Masawa, Kobashi, Nermichi Marufuji.
I'll take Ibushi.
So 2007 Ibushi. Where are we putting them?
Fuck it. I'll have him face Pentagon.
07 Ibushi versus 2014 Lucha Underground Penta. WWF 1983. So you got Hogan, Backlund, Andre the Giant. pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Jimmy
Damn, they
Snuka,
gave me this terrible year.
Yeah.
Mr. Fuji, Mil Mascaris.
Terrible names. You
Oh, Mil Mascaris?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is kind of damn.
Negro Casa, Rocky Johnson, Sergeant Slaughter, Superstar Billy Graham, The Fabulous Moolah, Tony Atlas, Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony.
Oh,
Tito Santana.
I do like Santana, but that's the thing though. I don't want him on the card.
Because he always lost. He was always losing.
This is true.
I'm gonna have to go with Hulk Hogan, just because of the
I don't think Hogan's here. I think we're 1 year away from Hogan. I think we're 1 year away from Hogan.
You said Andre, right? You said Andre's there?
Yeah, Andre.
I could have sworn you said Hogan was in there.
I thought so, Andre. But he's not.
Andre.
I'll take Andre.
All right, where are we putting Andre?
You said which match? Let me see. I guess co-main event.
Stardom 2017. Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, Tony Storm.
I'll go with Io.
Kaylee. Where are you putting her?
Third match.
And we got WWE 2002. What you got?
Who's there 2002?
Brock, Cena, Randy Orton, The Rock, Hogan, Austin, Triple H.
I'll go with Austin.
Eddie Guerrero.
Austin, the main event.
Let's go. Damn, where are you at, Austin? Did you leave already? Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Now we got Chikara. 2003. Chikara 2003. CM Punk's here.
That's not good.
Eddie Crinkston's here. Mike Quackenbush is here. Yeah, it's Punk. It's Punk or Eddie.
I'll go with Punk. Second match.
Yeah, Punk was probably the better of the two in 2003. IWA Mid-South. There's Chris Hero.
What the fuck?
AJ Styles is here.
Oh, Styles and Punk. Pairing them up together.
All right. And we got WWF 1980. God damn. Josh is getting the worst spins ever. Antonio Inoki, Bob Backlund, Bruno Sammartino, Captain Lou Albano, Chavo Guerrero Sr., Ernie Ladd,
Bruno versus
Gorilla
Andre.
Monsoon. Hulk Hogan's here now.
Oh, Hogan and Andre then. Hogan and Andre for the co-main event.
This is like Terry Bollea Hogan though. So.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, so we need an opponent for EO and an opponent for Austin now. ECW 1996. Well, definitely an opponent for Austin, not EO. We got Sabu, Cactus Jack, Terry Funk, Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, New Jack, Perry Saturn, Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, the Dudleys.
Who's the first
Jeffrey Williams?
Psychos.
Wait, who was the first people you said again? Oh, Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Terry Funk against Austin.
Oh shit, he's not here.
Wait, what the fuck?
This one
Yeah,
of
they
those rare
rigging you,
years he's
son.
not here. Rare years he's not here.
Yeah, this shit is rigged as fuck.
Sandman?
No, Sandman. Absolutely not.
Taz?
I didn't even like Sandman matches when he was sober.
Shane Douglas?
Ugh.
Sabu? Come on, man.
You see, I
just pick one. Just pick one.
I guess Sabu.
Hey, Sabu versus Austin, that would cook. All right, you want to put a stipulation on one of these matches?
Probably the main event, because honestly, that's gonna have to.
So you got a tables match, a ladder match, table ladders and chairs, Hell in a Cell, steel cage, Iron Man match, best 2 out of 3 falls, submission, I quit, no holds barred, no DQ, hardcore, street fight, falls count anywhere, last man standing, dog collar, Texas death, lights out, death match, barbed wire, first blood, lumberjack, strap match, casket, coffin, loser leaves town, title versus mask.
Texas death match. Best of both worlds.
That makes sense. All right, who's gonna face Io Sky? Impact 2022.
Who's there?
You can put her against some. You can put her against a male as well. I'm just like, but these are the females on Impact in 2022. You got the Inspiration, Chelsea Green, Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna. I'll go with Deonna.
All right. Josh got 5 stars per show, 71.4. He got 25.5 stars out of 35. His pay-per-view flow was better than Krissi's, 90%. But other than that, Krssi is still in the lead. So then we got Pentagon Jr. versus Kota Ibushi, 4 stars. We got CM Punk versus AJ Styles, 4.5 stars. We got Io Shirai versus Deonna Purrazzo, 5.5 stars.
Damn.
Deonna won, by the way. Then we got Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. It said historic moment, body slam heard around the world. Known rivalry, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Upset win. Hulk Hogan beat him. Got 5 stars. And then the big one was the Texas Death, Austin versus Sabu, 6.5 stars.
Damn, that's funny. I'm surprised with that. I'm surprised with the last 2.
Yeah.
I might have not beaten Krssi, but I actually like this. I actually don't mind
it. Tuco Scorpio would have been a good shout for ECW, but Sabu worked. Sabu
always works, man. You know, yeah, Sabu always come in for the clutch.
That worked. All right, now it's up to me to try to beat Miss Krssi Luv. She can't beat her ass on all these games. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can do. All right, let's spin for venue. Come on, give me a good venue. All right, center stage. Let's go. That's one of my favorites. All right.
Where's that at?
Shakara. Fuck.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Shakara. 2007. Brody Lee. Could put Brody Lee. Could put Candice LeRae. Chris Hero. Eddie Kingston's here as well. Yep, Eddie Kingston here. Yeah, I'm going to pick Eddie Kingston. Who am I fooling? Wait, let me see who else is here. Is Claudio here at this time? Yep, Claudio's here at this time. Who else is here? Pac is here at this time. Ricochet is here at this time. Okay, 2007. I'm still going to go with Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston's my guy. New York, stand up. Let's go. Eddie Kingston in the opener.
That's a good one. You know, the crowd's going to get the crowd pumping, yo.
Yeah. CMLL 2021. Is Mystico back in the company by this time? Or is he going by the other name? Carisco. I don't want to pick him if he's Carisco. Nah, he's not. Oh yeah, he's Mystico. All right, Mystico. Semi-main event. All right, AEW 2020 AEW. I'm picking Kenny by God Omega. Fuck that. Call it a day.
Not once I was given AEW. That's crazy.
And Kenny Omega in the main event. WWE 2010. Oh, let's go. John Cena versus Kenny Omega. Let's fucking cook. Let's cook with that. Or should I pick CM Punk versus Kenny Omega? What do y'all think? CM Punk versus Kenny Omega or John Cena versus Kenny Omega?
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
All right. CM Punk 2010 versus Kenny Omega. I'm with it. All right. DPW 2025. So we got Speedball, Mike Bailey. You got Jake Doyle, Jake something. Their women's scene is pretty deep as well at this time. Kenta is here. Lena Cross, Luke Jacobs, Michael Oku. I kind of want to look at their women right now. Danny Luna, Masha Slamovich, Queen Amanada, Marina Yamashita. All right, let's go back to the men. I think I might pick Speedball. Is he Mike Bailey or is he under Speedball? Oh, Speedball's not here? This is after he signed with AEW. My bad. So who am I gonna pick? I was really under the impression that Speedball was here. Cedric Alexander, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the woman. Give me let's just go with Danny Luna. Second match. Noah 2015. Noah. Okay, I can't pick any women here. Don't have any. Chris Hero is good. Minoru Suzuki. Yeah, I'm picking Minoru Suzuki. Fuck that. Minoru Suzuki versus Mystico. No, Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston. That works. NXT 2017. Adam Cole? Trying to remember who was my favorite. Johnny Gargano. I could pick tag teams. I keep forgetting I could pick tag teams. I'm picking DIY. Fuck all that. DIY. 2017 DIY. Give me that. And then we got Progress 2025. Progress. Oh, that would actually cook, but let me not do that. Let's pick someone for Mystico or Danny Luna. Let's look at the women's scene here. Ooh, Shotzi is interesting. Miyu Yamashita versus Meiko Satomura. Yeah, call it day. Meiko Satomura versus Danny Luna. Then we got WCW 1994. Oh wait, it spun again. Why did it spin twice? I was fine with that. What are we doing here? TNA in 2015. I don't want that. But I guess I just gotta go with it. So DIY versus what tag team can I pick here? Bullet Club was there. I didn't even remember that. All these tag teams suck. Holy shit. Why do all these tag teams suck so much? TNA don't have a lot of good tag teams at this time.
Nope.
DIY versus the Hardy Boys. DIY versus the Wolves. Why not? Even though Davey Richards is a piece of shit.
He's not lying.
I'm calling it like it is, like I see it. All right, let's put Kenny Omega and CM Punk, best 2 out of 3 falls. And then who is facing Mystico? Who's going to face Mystico from New Japan 2016? Ooh, Miss New Japan 2016. There's Ricochet. I could go Okada. Yeah, I might go Okada. Yeah, I might go Okada here. All right. Oh, I beat her. Meltzer approved. 92.5. 92.5. 6.25 star average per match. Says card variety bonus point plus quarter star for the women's match plus the tag team match. 31.25 stars out of 35. Pay-per-view flow was less than Josh by a large amount, but we got the opener, Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki, 6.25 stars. We got the second match, Danny Luna and Meiko Satomura, 5.75 stars. We got DIY versus the Wolves, 6 stars. We got Mystico versus Okada, 6.5 stars. And we got the main event, CM Punk and Kenny Omega, 6.5 stars. That's the most. That's the most I've ever gotten in this game. Meltzer approved, motherfuckers. Let's go. All right, I had to get one win. Krssi Luv was winning way too much. Get one win in there. All right. Thank you guys. I see you guys were playing along in the chat, but it's time to get back to what we miss. And yes, we're going to go over to AEW now. AEW, you had AEW Collision last Saturday. Was the show. It did 350,000 viewers. This was up in the 18 to 49 demo, but and actually up slightly in overall viewership. But it was all about the main event of the show, which saw Maya World defeating Athena in an excellent main event to advance to the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Finals. Post-match, you had Maya and Athena hugged before Mercedes Moné came out. She hugged World until Athena attacked her protege with the CEO as they both delivered a 2-on-1 beatdown on Maya. You had the Elites, Jack Perry and the Young Bucks picked up a win over Lethal Twist in a very fun opener to the show. Chris Statlander scored a victory over Mina Shirakawa to advance in the TBS title, Survival of the Fittest. You had Hurt Syndicate got a quick squash win, and then MVP cut a promo on the group, no longer going after titles and instead want money to hurt people. Mystico beat Dante Martin in a decent match, while Pac scored a quick squash win over Jay Alexander to get some momentum ahead of his IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship match against Shota Umino at Forbidden Door. Zack Sabre Jr. picked up a victory over Adam Priest in a brilliant technical wrestling clinic, while Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa had an intense face-to-face confrontation that saw Ciampa challenge Jericho for a singles match at Beach Break on July 8th. The two men brawled again, ending with Ciampa busting Jericho open to send a message. That segued nicely into this past Wednesday, AEW Dynamite took place as the show featured the Death Riders picking up a win over Mystico and Brodito in a great trios opener. Will Ospreay beat El Fantasmo in a splendid bout for the New Japan Pro Wrestling star as Will Ospreay gained momentum ahead of Forbidden Door. But speaking of Forbidden Door, his opponent at the pay-per-view, Swerve Strickland, scored a victory over Daniel Garcia in a damn good bout on the show. Post-match, you had Strickland who attacked Garcia until Ospreay made the save. Ospreay got the better of a brawl until Prince Nana caused a distraction, leading to Swerve hitting the house call. Swerve went for the vertebraker on Will, but Garcia made the save, and he took the move instead to add a little bit more heat heading into Forbidden Door. You had Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Jack Perry in a brilliant bout while the Young Bucks pulled off a win over TMDK in tag team action. Post-match, you had Zack Sabre Jr., who attacked the Bucks along with the rest of TMDK until Perry and Kenny Omega made the save. Omega post-match had a few words for Zack Sabre Jr., while ZSJ told Kenny to stay out of the hospital, darling. Then you had Harley Cameron overcame Marina Shafir, while Queen Aminata scored a victory over Red Velvet for both Harley and Aminata to qualify for the TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest. Cage and Cope brawled with the Dogs until David Finlay used hairspray to gain the advantage. Cage and Cope shared a moment with the Bucks as well during this brawl. And then you had Konosuke Takeshita defeated Ricochet in an absolutely tremendous main event to the show to retain the AEW International Championship. Post-match, you had Mark Briscoe came out to address the steel cage match at Forbidden Door until Don Callis caused the distraction for MJF to attack his rival. This led into a huge brawl, a 12-man brawl with everyone in the steel cage match until MJF accidentally punched Andrade El Idolo with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, which led to Briscoe hitting the J Driller on Max to stand tall to close the show. Krssi Luv, what did you think about Dynamite this week and Collision last Saturday?
Sorry, I think they were both good. Great show. Good things. Yeah, my son's in the background. But I think overall, good show for Wednesday and Saturday, to be honest.
What about you?
We got so much going on with the World Cup and everything. It was like still giving out solid shows.
It was great to see Maya Whirlwind. Oh,
yeah,
it was great to see Maya. I mean, I was like, holy shit. Like, I was shocked when it comes to that. Dynamite was good. I thought it was solid. There was people really upset that Marina Shafir lost. That was pretty funny in my opinion. But there's a lot of people upset. And I was like, it's unfortunate because I like Harley Cameron. I really do. It's just, Marina is supposed to be a badass, and you have her keep losing in these kind of matches. And the way that she lost, I mean, you don't want to say like, oh, it doesn't hurt, but at the same time, Marina does lose a lot for somebody. Yeah. That's her gimmick. That's her character. That could be problematic at some point. But I mean, besides that, I thought it was a solid show. Will and this dude cooked. I thought that was a great match. That was fun. It was a fun, nice go home show. Briscoe came out. He did. He was cutting that promo, and then all that chaos happened after the fact. Overall, I thought it was solid.
There we go. Yeah, I agree with the whole Maya World though. That match delivered big time, and I wasn't surprised because I think I called it. What was it last week? I was like, yeah, Maya World is the better choice to go to the finals
to win.
against Mercedes because she gains more. Win, lose, or draw, she gains more by having that matchup with Mercedes, and it's such a big moment for her in her career. And getting a pay-per-view matchup with the woman that you basically like modeled your career after, she's going from milestone to milestone, beating her trainer and her mentor, and now facing her hero. That's like a hell of a thing to get off of the back of your brother passing away.
Yeah, and I think I'm also glad to see that people are not like harboring onto that, because I don't think that's fair to her. What happened, right? People would try to use that sometimes as a crutch, like, oh, well, this was only happened because this happened. But you also got to see the bigger picture. You got to also see
it's a better story.
It's not only a better story, but people also got to see too, even before everything that happened, right? With what she's dealing with. She took somebody's place that didn't want 3 minutes. She was there. They asked her, "Hey, do you want this opportunity?" Yeah, sure.
She said, "Hell
she
yeah."
decided to take it, and then look. Now, fast forward. she's in a pay-per-view match. I mean, that itself writes itself, I think.
Yep. Listen, you never know where your blessings come from. Someone
Exactly.
was like, nah, I don't want to do those 3 minutes. Take them, run with it. And look at her now. She fought her mentor, and now she's about to fight like her idol. Like, if that's not a win, I don't know what is.
That's win a win-win. Win on top of a win for sure. But yeah, she's going to be a big story coming out of this weekend with the matchup with Mercedes. We'll have final predictions for Forbidden Door shortly here. But Miss Krssi Luv has to check on out of here. Miss Krssi Luv, thank you as always for joining us. Want to give you the spotlight here. Let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they'll see you again.
Hey guys, so you can follow me. That's Josh. You can follow me, Krssi Luv _1 Tru Heel Krssi Luv, and that's my plain name. Go back and watch myself and SP as we did the Shy review and Raising Kanan. Go back on our other channel and watch those things. And yeah, we will be back probably the week or two to do the other episodes and go from there because we got a lot to discuss.
Yeah,
so thanks.
We'll be back for episode 3 of Raising Kanan this coming week for sure. Yeah. But thank you as always, Miss Krssi Luv. We will see you next time.
Laters.
Got a couple of comments here in the chat for me to highlight here. We got Eric who says, I hope AEW takes this weekend. We also got here Power Driver Finisher who says hope Maya beats Mercedes. We got Power Driver Finisher says I wasn't. She was always a non-factor in the women's division. So here we go. And Power Driver Finisher saying, yeah, it was the loss of her brother, but that match 100% delivered. So really good opportunity for her, and condolences and best wishes for her. Yes, absolutely agree there. All right, let's talk some more about AEW as we have some news to discuss from the world of All Elite Wrestling. All Elite Wrestling news. Let me get this graphic up, not that one. But yes, we got to talk an update on the some news that we talked about just a couple of weeks ago concerning Jungle Jack Perry. As Jungle Jack Perry has been in the news as of late due to his contract status with AEW. As been previously reported, there have been questions surrounding the AEW contract status of former TNT champion Jack Perry, with his current deal set to expire soon, and the wrestler reportedly not having signed a new deal as of last week. The AEW feature of Jack Perry with the Tony Khan-led company is still up in the air, but in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Brian Alvarez provided the latest update on the situation. He revealed that as of last week, Perry hadn't signed a new deal with All Elite Wrestling. He said as of last week, he was not. It's possible he signed today, but I think he's still unsigned. During this week's AEW x NJPW Forbidden Door media call, AEW president Tony Khan was asked about Jack Perry and where his contract status stands. Tony also addressed this in several other situations in AEW, where he said the plan for AEW and Jack is for Jack to be here for a long time. I have believed that Jack is a great wrestler for many years, and I continue to feel that way. I like Jack very much. Personally, he has a very bright future in wrestling and a great mind for wrestling. It's been really gratifying for me and fans to see the return of Jungle Jack Perry and seeing fans embrace Jack and the great matches he's been having. The plan is for Jack Perry to be in AEW for a long time, so that's going to happen. What do you think about the fact, this is now 2 weeks we're talking about this? Do you think that is there any chance that Jack could leave AEW?
I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, once you get into that point of free agency, yeah, there's always a chance. But I think he's staying in AEW. I think it's a better opportunity, the better situation for him financially. Because I just think that if he goes to NXT, obviously, or WWE, he's going to take less money, and they're probably not going to know what to do with him. That would be the worst thing for him. So I think in AEW, you kind of, they've kind of been using him better lately. when it comes to his wrestling. They kind of, they kind of see what they're getting with him now. So I think it's the best time to re-sign him. For him to stay. Again, I think in every aspect is a better opportunity, financially and opportunity.
Do you think that he could find success outside of AEW? Whether that's is there any type of world you could see him in WWE, or even like getting a major push and being a top star for like a TNA or MLW?
TNA, yes, but TNA gonna offer him that? Probably not. I just think that his value is going to be a lot more than what TNA is probably going to be seeking and how they do their contracts now. Obviously, I think this was a few years ago. Easily, I would say TNA or like, or even NXT. But this current state of NXT, no. I think that ship has sailed for a while for a lot of people. And I just think that, him staying in AEW, I think right now would be the best thing.
It might just be, especially considering, like you said, that he's been booked very strong since his return. I think they've done a good job of like presenting him as not necessarily like one of their like future top stars like they do for like say Kevin Knight or a Kyle Fletcher, but definitely put him in a solid position where he's always being featured in consistently on AEW television, whether that's Collision or Dynamite. And the fact that they've kind of realigned him with the elite says something to me as well.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Jungle Jack in the months and weeks to come, and when he does re-sign or sign elsewhere in the world of wrestling. But more news came out in regards to Tony Khan and the conference call that they had this week. Tony also discussed work visas and the logistical issues around the work visas as of right now. He explained that AEW National Champion Mark Davis and a member of the Dogs, Gabe Kidd, are among the wrestlers dealing with work visa renewal issues at the moment. He expects them back in AEW soon. Additionally, Khan was asked about potentially streaming other indie promotions on My AEW, and he said about the work visa issues, there are a number of wrestlers that were factored in coming from other countries all around the world. But that I'm looking forward to their return, that they are not here and available right now. It speaks to the great depth of the AEW roster that we've been putting on tremendous TV every Wednesday and Saturday, doing 4 hours of what I believe is very strong television, and that we have such an exciting pay-per-view card without a lot of great stars available. There are a number of stars in Mexico right now, some great wrestlers that I would love to have here that not have their visas in recent weeks. That would include Beast Mortos, Commander, Hechicero, and going through visa renewal with a number of wrestlers down there as well that I have not mentioned yet. We have also had challenges with a number of other international wrestlers. I was hoping to have Gabe Kidd here, and Gabe Kidd also was another wrestler going through the renewal process, one that I expect that very soon. On the Global Wars show tonight, representing AEW and defending the title all over the world, is the national champion, Mark Davis. Mark Davis will be back very soon, but he's been away. I would expect Mark back possibly sooner than some of the other people I named, but hopefully all those people will get everything worked out soon. In the case of Beast Mortos, it's been innovative. I realized that if Beast Mortos could not come here, a great thing would be for Sammy Guevara to go to CMLL and defend the tag team championship with the Beast Mortos. There's also been wrestlers from Stardom that have not been able to come in at some of the scheduled dates I would have preferred, but honestly, Stardom has been the best partner in terms of having the visas organized and getting people in, or set to have Starlight Kid this weekend, and seems like they have not run into a lot of issues there. And then also a number of injuries across a number of women and men that I would have liked to participate in the event that have changed a lot of things. So between the aforementioned visa issues and injuries, it's been changes, but thankfully it's a really strong card, and I feel really good about it. indie promoters inquiring about streaming their all-in weekend shows on my AEW. He said, absolutely yes. I do think there's a lot of interest in having a number of these promotions come and promote around an AEW show. And to your point, I do expect some things like that, even potentially around All In. I think there's going to be a lot of great events around All In. I know there will be a lot of events in England, and I know promoters have reached out about putting their events on my AEW to grow their viewership and collaborate in anticipation of what's going to be. I think the biggest night in wrestling this year, it certainly is going to be an event, the most attended wrestling show in England. A new report also had some details on GCW's current relationship with Triller TV and potentially going to my AEW. As been mentioned before, Triller TV has had major financial issues in recent months, including its being delisted from NASDAQ, AEW suing the company for $5 million in unpaid revenue and other lawsuits they've had. GCW is one of the only wrestling companies still on the service, and promoter Brett Lauderdale having said in May that their relationship would continue. Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp spoke with Lauderdale, who acknowledged issues with Triller, but added that they haven't experienced any of those as of now. Lauderdale added that the relationship between GCW and Triller remains strong for now. He said he had talks with AEW about potentially appearing on my AEW sometime in the future, but didn't provide more details. He added that he has only spoken once with Tony Khan himself, which was a beef conversation at a UFC event years back. What do you think about the whole visa issues that have affected both WWE and AEW, as well as the possibility of GCW going to my AEW?
In regards to the visa issues, I mean, that's always a shitty situation. Just because, guys want to work, but it's not, it's a situation that's out of their hands. It's a government type issue that needs to be resolved. And, that could take weeks, that could take months in some cases. So it's unfortunate for a lot of performers, because I have been wondering where some of these people were at. And then I found out oh, that's why. So, I mean, I'm glad they're okay, health-wise, at least they're okay. It's just unfortunate that right now they're just dealing with something that neither side has control of. WWE or AEW has no control of it. So it's a wait and see game. But as far as GCW, if they go to my AEW, that would be huge for them. I think all around. I think that would be huge for AEW, but also it could benefit GCW. Lauderdale has come out and he says about Triller, they still having a work relationship, which is fine. I think, he wants to keep the peace when it comes to that. I think something dramatic would have to happen for him to leave. But if AEW is offering more money, like the service, if the MyAEW service is offering you something that you can't refuse, he's going to take it, because at the end of the day, you got to look out for your business. So,
yeah, it's very interesting, the whole my AEW and how it's really becoming this competitor to Triller and offering basically an outlet for a lot of these independent promotions to have another platform to appear on. Like Limitless Wrestling has recently announced they are working with them. Produce for their premiere show, what's going to be in Brooklyn on Monday. We actually interviewed the promoter for that promotion on In the Weeds this week. So yeah, they're working with AEW. Warrior Wrestling, who we used to be partners with and sponsor their shows, they're on my AEW now. 14W Creator Pro is now on my AEW, so it's getting really big. And honestly, I got a VPN while I'm out here, and I'm putting it to great use with my AEW. There's a lot for you to see on there, so it's growing right now.
It's growing, and for the price that they're at, I mean, that's solid. So, the more it's just gonna keep growing, and as long as they play it smart, I think it'll end up working out.
I agree. All right, finishing up with the AEW news, some quick notes here, some quick shots. Scorpio Sky was back in the news this week, as in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that Sky's deal with AEW is set to expire in the next few months, with some reports pointing to an expiration of October 2026. Sky has been with AEW since his inception in 2019. He signed with the promotion with Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels in January 2019. The 43-year-old is the inaugural AEW World Tag Team Champion with Kazarian. In 2021, he signed a 5-year extension with the promotion. The Skyflight leader is also a 2-time AEW TNT champion. He continues to wrestle in Ring of Honor and sporadically on Collision. Scorpio Sky last competed on Dynamite in November 2025, and his most recent outing for AEW was at Revolution 2026 in the 0 Hour in the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the National Championship. Very quickly, do you think Scorpio Sky is leaving?
At this point, yeah.
Same. He's kind of exceeded like his expiration date in AEW, honestly. Sad, but true. Then there's a talk about Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, is he fully retired or not? That's been the question, and it's a question that was asked to Sean Ross Sapp this week. Bryan's last match was a year ago in an 8-second dark match squash against Max Caster, following his official final matchup against Jon Moxley at Wrestle Dream in 2024. That's not the sort of thing that bothers Danielson much, as he infamously lost a world title match to Sheamus at WrestleMania in 18 seconds, but Sapp thinks that he has a better final match in him still. Writing in his Fightful Q&A, Sean Ross Sapp opted that he's about he thinks that Bryan is 2 years away from his real final last match. But I think he would be able to have a good match in his sleep. I think every day is a sort of a rehab for him. While Danielson has no problem putting people over, it would make sense to give someone else the final rub on a grander stage than a Collision pre-show. Sapp just thinks that he's going to be very responsible about it and not take hugely unnecessary risks. Danielson has a history of concussions that prompted his initial retirement in 2016 prior to his AEW run, and there are clearly many worthy opponents in that locker room should he decide to challenge one. So we shall see if we see another Bryan Danielson matchup in an AEW ring. Meanwhile, we got a lot of speculation around AEW's future on broadcast television amid the merger of the broadcast partner with Warner Brothers Discovery with Paramount. As previously reported, Paramount outbid Netflix earlier this year to acquire WBD. The $111 billion deal received a stamp of approval from the U.S. Justice Department earlier this year. The merger is expected to close by the third quarter. In the latest issue of the Fightful Select Q&A, a fan asked Sean Ross Sapp about the possibility of AEW having its TV specials broadcast on CBS, and Ross said that it's certainly possible, though he admitted that it's all speculation at this point and no one knows how television, cable, and streaming would look a year or two from now. Sapp also touched upon rumors about WBD having a minority stake in AEW, and he said that if the rumors are true and it carries over to Paramount, then the company would be more interested in AEW programming than otherwise. Meanwhile, AEW boss Tony Khan is optimistic about the ongoing merger, and he expects Paramount to stick with the company. So we're going to keep providing you as many updates as possible when it comes to the whole WBD and Paramount deal, because it's an ever-evolving situation. And then finally, AEW x NJPW Forbidden Door 2026 is just a day away. The 5th annual crossover event takes place in San Jose, California at the SAP Center. According to the latest report from WrestleTix, the company has sold 7,518 tickets so far, with 398 tickets have been sold since June 22nd update. Close to 150 tickets are available on the resale market, with the cheapest ticket going for $37.40. The number is up from the last time AEW ran a show from the SAP Center on October 16, 2024. Episode of Dynamite, which drew 3,400. However, it is far below the number of tickets the company moved for last year's Forbidden Door, which was at the O2 Arena in London, England, which moved 17,709 tickets sold. So, do you think that this Forbidden Door will be the last Forbidden Door, Josh?
No, I don't think it is. Like I said last week, I just think that some
Certain concepts just needs to change. But as far as money making, it is one of their biggest gates shows that they do yearly. So I mean, that'd be kind of crazy. It's like, oh, based off of one show that's in San Jose, they're not gonna. I don't think that would be a smart business decision per se. If you're gonna remove a show, you remove ones that is probably not gonna be generating enough money. This one still does. So I mean, as long as it still generates money, it's still gonna keep going. Because it benefits both companies because they get a split on that. You know, and I think right now I saw like the 4 hours ago, it's gone up to 8.1 thousand. So I mean, it's better than what they were 2 weeks ago. But San Jose, I'm like, I wouldn't have done San Jose after you just did London last year.
That's where the mistake came from, is running San Jose. That's like not a place that AEW. This is the first pay-per-view they're running from San Jose.
Yeah, I know, and I get trying different markets, right? You want to try different things. You try different markets because you're trying to expand, right? Which any business should do that. It's just a pay-per-view. I was like, I personally wouldn't have done that. But as far as the concept of Forbidden Door, the concept itself has to change, but they're not going to get rid of it just because if it's making you money, you're not going to get rid of something that's making you money.
I agree there. I definitely agree there, but it's going to be interesting how they present Forbidden Door next year, considering the struggles that they've had selling tickets this year. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do about that, because that's going to be an issue that they have to address coming up in the future, especially for next year, if they expect to sell tickets for next year's Forbidden Door, wherever it should be. So we'll see what happens. And especially, it's also a connection to the whole change of schedule, because they had the whole change of schedule last year since they didn't run Rumbly and they switched Forbidden Door for August. True, yeah. So yeah, that might have something to do with it as well. But we're moving on from AEW finally, Josh, and we're moving to the partner promotions of AEW. And this week, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to start with Stardom. Stardom had their conversion show last Saturday. Before
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
I don't know where it's going, actually. But new champion was crowned in the main event as Suzu Suzuki was crowned the new World of Stardom champion, defeating Sayaka Karara in what was a terrific main event to the show to win the World of Stardom championship. You also had Hanan picked up a win over Saya Ida in a good match to retain the Wonder of Stardom Championship. Yatami Hayashishita and Neo Genesis scored a victory over Hate in an 8-woman tag team matchup. God's Eye retained the Artist of Stardom Championship over the Ito Army, while Shuri defeated Rina Yamashita in a stellar encounter to retain the IWGP Women's Championship. And of course, we had a big angle on the show as AEW Women's World Champion Tekla attacked Toru Okada, leading to a confrontation with Starlight Kid, who stopped her from spitting on the Stardom logo, and then she was ejected from the building while Starlight Kid stood tall with the AEW Women's World Championship. That angle with Tekla, man, Tekla's such a star. Tekla's like the best character in AEW heading into Forbidden Door. Fight with someone else, because there ain't no argument. There ain't no debate there. It is what it is. Tekla's been amazing in the build to Forbidden Door.
It's been the best part.
Yeah. No doubt whatsoever. So Stardom the Conversion, good show. The matches that I named with Suzuki and Carrara and Shuri and Yamashita, those were the best matches, and those would be the matches I would say go out of your way to watch if you haven't already. Then you had NJPW, the road to G1 Climax 36 was this week, their tour ahead of the G1 Climax, as we found out the first two qualifiers for the G1 Climax tournament, as Yuto-Ice qualified by defeating Tai Chi in a straight-up banger, while Aaron Wolf scored a victory over Yoshihashi in a very good matchup to qualify for the G1 Climax 36 tournament. This is both men's first time in the tournament, Yuto and Aaron Wolf. Then you had Francisco Akira picked up a win over Master Wato, Sho, and Kosei Fujita in a great four-way to advance to face Yo for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. And then we had some news from the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling as they announced their first matches for the G1 Climax tournament, which will start off in Chicago on July 11th. It was announced earlier this week, the first card as follows. It's going to be Oscar or Yujiro Takahashi versus Ren Narita in the B block. Also in B block action, Aaron Wolf versus Honore. Also in B block action, Callum Newman versus Yuya Uemura, a rematch from the New Japan Cup final. And Shota Umino versus Zack Sabre Jr., a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom last year. In the A block, you got Roye Uyawa and El Phantasmo will be the qualifier. The winner of that will face Bolton Oleg. Yuto-Ice versus Great Okan. Shingo Takagi versus Jake Lee. Hiroki Goto versus Sanada. And Yota Tsuji versus Konosuke Takeshita will be the main event of the first night of the G1. This, of course, is a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom 20. What do you think about the card for Chicago coming up in a few weeks' time, Josh?
It looks really good, honestly. And you saw a few rematches that they're getting. So I mean, it looks solid,
Yeah, they put together a really good card. I like the fact they're doing Tsuji and Takeshita in Chicago. That crowd will eat that up all together.
The best spot to do it at. The best spot to do it at.
Yeah. They delivered one of the best matches of the year so far with their first matchup at Wrestle Kingdom. It's just a lot of people don't mention it because it was followed by the other best match of the year so far at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think that this one will probably get them even more attention than the Wrestle Kingdom match did. All right, let's finish up with the what we miss, as you got ROH TV on Honor Club. You had Global Wars Cincinnati week 2 this week. The show featured, you had Mark Davis retaining the AEW National Championship over Ace Austin in singles competition. You had Shuri beat Billy Starks in a rock solid bout. Harley Cameron and Mina Shirakawa picked up a win over Viva Van and Lacey Lane. The Ops overcame Premier Athletes in trios action, while Queen Aminata scored a victory over Hanako of Stardom. Deonna Purrazzo defeated CMLL's Olympia to retain the ROH Women's Pure Championship. Dumbass fuck to give Olympia an AEW title shot on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view and then have her lose on TV before this. Stupid as hell, but I know this is just AEW telling, or Tony Khan telling us he doesn't think anybody watches ROH. Fair. CMLL Martis Popularis as well as CMLL Super Venice shows were was last night, were Super Venice, as well as Martis Popularis though. Their show on Tuesday, it featured Volador Jr. and Mascara Dorada beating El Phantasmo and Black Tiger in what was an awesome main event to the show. Go out of your way to watch that one. You also had CMLL Vernus is Spectacular last night. You had Don Callis Families, Hechizero, and Volador Jr. scoring a victory over Flip Gordon and Teton. Galano Phantasma beat Black Star Jr. and Chelwa in trios action, while El Sky Team defeated LFI, Sammy Guevara and the Beast Mortos in the main event. Very great matchup to win the ROH World Tag Team Championships. So El Sky Team, Mystico and Masquerada Dorada walk into Forbidden Door, the new ROH World Tag Team Champion. So big title change that went down on last night's show. But it is time for us to get to Krssi Luv's favorite time of the show, best, worst, and matches of the week and moments of the week. Josh, who was your best and worst from this past week?
Best of the week, I'm gonna have to go to Maya World. Getting the big victory and having a pay-per-view match. I'm gonna go with her. Worst of the week, gotta be TNA's PR team. Whoever's running that shit, I mean, come on. What are you guys trying to do? You try to bury people, you try to do damage control, and you end up looking worse.
How'd that work? How'd that work for you? How that's supposed to work? Like, what the fuck? Oh man, yeah. I mean, I can't really argue with either one of those. Let me go with Maya World for best of the week. Worst of the week, I got a 3-way tie. Cody, Triple H, TNA PR.
That's fair. That's also fair because Cody was spitting some bullshit. And then Triple H, like, oh, people take this too serious because you guys are taking it serious. So how are you telling us not to take it serious?
That nigga pisses me off so bad. He pissed me off so bad, yo. Like I just want to smack him sometimes, even though I might give him another heart attack. All right. Then we got moment of the week. Who you got for moment of the week?
I'm the same thing. I'm gonna go with the Maya World victory. Her beating Athena. I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's huge for her. So I mean, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Suzu Suzuki winning the World of Stardom Championship. I'm a big fan of her. So glad to see it. All right, Josh, I did it again. Only got 10 for y'all. But I do appreciate the chat or the comments from last week who did mention that my way of getting around that is having multiple honorable mentions. And yes, I am still doing that because I have 4 honorable mentions this week. We got
that's why it's hilarious. So like that's why it's a bunch of bullshit.
John Callis family versus Teton and Flip Gordon from last night's CMLL show. Zack Sabre Jr. and Jack Perry from Dynamite, Zack Sabre Jr. and Adam Priest from Collision, Elite versus Lethal Twist from Collision, and Don Callis, Death Riders versus Mystico and Brodito from Dynamite. Number 10 this week, let's go with Shuri versus Rina Yamashita from the Stardom Conversion show. Number 9, I went with Ospreay versus ELP from Dynamite. Number 8, I went with El Sky Team and Templario versus Unbound Co. from the Fantastica Mania show last week in CMLL. Then number 7, I went with Ray Phoenix versus Nathan Frazier from SmackDown. Number 6, I went with Yuto-Ice versus Tai Chi from the NJPW Road to G1 Climax show. Number 5, I went with El Sky Team versus LFI from last night's Arena Mexico show. Number 4, I went with Maya World versus Athena from AEW Collision. Number 3, I went with El Fantasmo versus Bobinar Cavanario from last week's Fantastica Mania show for CMLL. Number 2, I went with Suzu Suzuki versus Sayaka Karara from the Stardom Conversion show. But number 1 this week, Konosuke Takeshita Ricochet from Dynamite. Absolutely fantastic matchup. Now, I don't hear too many people giving this enough credit. Ricochet was on his fucking game. Dude comes out, does a Flossberry flop to the outside, does a springboard drop kick, then does a tope to the outside, then does a 450 springboard splash back inside. This dude was wrestling like he was fucking possessed. I gave that 4 3/4 stars. What was your matches of the week?
Matches of the week, I'm gonna go number 3. I'm gonna go Ospreay versus ELP. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the opener. It was the trios match, right? Brodito and Mystico versus what? Right, the Death Riders, right? From what I remember, right? So that was number 2, and then number 1, Takeshita versus Ricochet. It was like, damn, this is why they signed Ricochet.
Yeah, that was one of Ricochet's best performances in a while. Yeah, he smashed that shit. Yeah, he smashed that shit. 100%.
Takeshita is one of the best in the world, man. Like, just see him, like, he makes it look so fucking easy. That's what's kind of crazy. Like,
but he's been extra like on top notch mode since the Darby matchup on TV.
Yeah, it's been like, it's like been on another level, and it's crazy because he's already on that level.
Exactly. That's the crazy part. But yes, let's talk about our final segment of the show. Is of course final prediction time. This is where we go rapid fire final predictions. 4 shows. So we're going to see how fast we can get it done. Let's see. We can do 4 shows in 10 minutes or less. All right. So we're starting today, 1 p.m. Eastern. So starting in about 10 minutes. WWE Night of Champions 2026 in the King of the Ring tournament. Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Who you got?
I got Obafemi.
I got Jey Uso winning, unfortunately. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Of course, I'm going with Jay with Brock Lesnar interfering. This one, I'm going with Io Sky. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Io.
Then we got Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, WWE Women's United States Championship. Josh,
I got Jade winning.
I got Tiffany retaining. United States Championship, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints. Trick, I got.
Trick.
Josh.
Trick.
Then we got Seth freaking Rollins versus Braun Breaker steel cage matchup. Who you got?
I got Braun Breaker.
I got Seth winning. Then for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Who you got, Josh?
I got Cody retaining.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. Biggest limb I'm going to go out on predictions today. Sami Zayn, new champion.
Damn.
Going out on a fucking limb. And then we're going to do a rapid fire for our big shows tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, actually. Tomorrow afternoon, starting 3 p.m. Eastern, is TNA Slammiversary. 7 p.m. Eastern, NXT Great American Bash. And 8 p.m. Eastern, The Forbidden Door. TNA Slammiversary is first up. Eric Young versus Ricky Sosa, Josh.
I got Ricky Sosa.
Then we got Moose versus Eddie Edwards in a no surrender matchup. I'm going with Ricky Sosa as well in the last one. I'm going with Moose here.
I'll go with Moose.
Then we got for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships, Demon Bunny challenged the Elegance brand. I'm going with Demon Bunny. Who you got?
I'm going with Demon Bunny.
Then we got for the TNA X Division Championship, Ultimate X, Cedric Alexander, Fabian Eichner, Casey Navarro, Mr. Elegance, Frankie Kazarian, and Amazing Red and Leon Slater. Who you got?
Oh, I got Alexander retaining.
I got Alexander retaining as well. Then for the TNA World Tag Team Championships, ladder match, the Hardys versus System versus the Righteous, going with new champions, the Hardys.
I'm gonna go with the Righteous.
All right, I like that pick actually. Then we got for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, Lei Ying Lee defends against Zaya Brookside. Who you got?
I got Brookside.
I got Brookside as well. And then for the TNA World Championship, Mike Santana defends against Nick Nemeth. Who you got?
I got Nick Nemeth, new champion.
Nick Nemeth, new champion. See you in WWE, Mike Santana. That's TNA Slammiversary final predictions. On to NXT Great American Bash final predictions. Shiloh Hill goes one-on-one with Tristan Angels. Who you got?
Damn. The dude with the missing tooth.
I got Shiloh Hill getting the win. No, I got Tristan Angels. Tristan Angels needs it more, so I'll go with Tristan Angels. Then we got for the NXT North American Championship, Miles Bourne defends against Tavion Heights. Who you got?
I got Bourne retaining.
I got Bourne retaining as well. For the NXT, for the WWE Speed Women's Championship, Ariana Grace challenges Ren Sinclair. I got Ariana winning. What you got?
I got Ariana winning.
Then we got for the NXT Women's North American Championship, Zarya defends against Tatum Paxley. Who you got?
I got Zarya.
I got Zarya retaining. Final match for Tatum in NXT. Then we got Saquon Sugars versus Dion Lennox, the Battle of Dark State. Who you got?
I got Dion.
I'm going to go with Saquon here. And then for the NXT Championship, Tony D'Angelo defends against Naraku. I'm going with Naraku thanks to the debuting Hiromu Takahashi.
Oh. Yeah, I got Naraku. I mean, I don't want to, but yeah.
Then finally, the main event, as announced by Shawn Michaels, Lola Vice defends the NXT Women's Championship against Kendall Gray. It's about fucking time for Kendall Gray era to begin. Gray area, gray era. Fuck y'all. Josh, who you got?
Kendall Gray. It's probably going to be the best match of the night. It's going to be the match of the night for them.
Oh, no doubt whatsoever. Easily going to be the best match on that freaking show. Like, Kendall Gray is just so fucking good. So fucking good. And don't let Dave Meltzer confuse y'all. I was riding this bandwagon way before he even got to the gym. This nigga ain't even get to the gym, and he been trying to shoot shots. Fuck out of here. Then we got AEW Forbidden Door, our final show for final predictions. On the buy-in, we're gonna have Micah going one-on-one with Sky Blue in the TBS title Survival of the Fittest qualifier. Who you got, Josh?
I got Maiko.
I got Micah picking up the win as well. Then we got Divine Dominion defending the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships against Thunder Rosa and CMLL's Olympia. Who you
got? Dominion wins.
Divine Dominion gets the win, or Double D's, as Thunder Rosa calls them. Then we got the Young Bucks going up against El Sky Team and Unbound Co. I'm going with the Bucks.
Going with the Bucks.
Then we got for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, Cage and Cope defend against the Dogs. This is probably one of the best built feuds going into the show. I'm going with Cage and Cope, though. What you got, Josh?
Tag team champions retain.
For the AEW Continental Championship, Jon Moxley defends against Bandito. Who you got, Josh?
I got Mox retaining.
I got Mox retaining easily. Shota Umino defends the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship against Pac. I got Shota getting the win. Who you got?
Shota wins.
Then you got for a dream match for many people, AEW versus New Japan. Kenny Omega goes one-on-one with Zack Sabre Jr. I got Omega. Who you got?
I got Omega getting his big win.
Then we got for the AEW Women's World Championship, Tekla defends against Starlight Kid. This is the best built matchup going into tomorrow's show. I got Tekla retaining.
I got Tekla retaining.
Then we got inside of a 15-foot high steel cage, Team DC MJF. MJF, Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, Kazuchika Okada, Jake Doyle, and Andrade El Idolo versus Team Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, the Conglomerations, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly, Darby Allin, and Konosuke Takeshita. Who you got?
I got the collaboration winning.
I got DC MJF winning.
Ooh.
Then we got in the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Final, Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. Cinderella story or the favorite? Who wins tomorrow, Josh?
Oh, this one is tough. But I'm going to stick with Mercedes.
This is very tough. I would not be surprised if Maya World pulled off the upset, but the right decision is Mercedes. Mercedes gets it. But I'm under the impression that Tekla should be the babyface going into the matchup with Monet now. And then finally, in the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament Final, Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. Ospreay for the win.
Ospreay, all the way. Oh, that rhymed.
Ospreay. We have made it through our final predictions for the big shows, and we only got 2 minutes before Night of Champions starts. So thank you so much for joining us for our pre-show ahead of Night of Champions, and of course for the flagship podcast. As always, thank you so much for all the predictions in the chat. Love the community that we have here, and you guys have been awesome today, so I appreciate y'all so much. And thank you to Miss Krssi Luv. Thank you to the True Jaw Josh. Appreciate y'all as always. True Jaw Josh, the floor is yours. Let the people know where they can follow you on social media and when they'll see you again.
You can follow me, JMPunk321 on X and Instagram. I'll be back on tomorrow for the Night of Champions review. And just very quick news, I'll be representing THH at Fanatics Fest this year. I got a 4-day media pass, so I'll be representing this brand for the show.
That was great news. Made my day yesterday, sir. Thank you. Congratulations to you. You worked so hard being a part of the team, helping us grow here on the channel, being on screen, as well as helping us out on social media. Love your clips with your rants on the podcast as well on your social media. So very proud to have you representing the team at Fanatics Fest. So we'll have some exclusive interviews and content for y'all to enjoy here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel from Fanatics Weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Josh can get there. But you can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHeelSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Tru Heel Heat. Patreon.com/Tru Heel Heat. $3 a month. Get you exclusive content, the best way to support us when we're not live here. Remember to drop the thumbs up on the video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you are new. Check out all the previews that we did this week for WWE Night of Champions and the Great American Bash, for TNA Slammiversary. Check out Tru Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment for reviews of The Shy and Power Book 3, Raising Canaan, and check out our Forbidden Door 2026 preview with myself, John Escudero of Dirt Sheet Radio, and of course, the great and always unfiltered Maggie. That is up on the channel right now. We'll be back live tomorrow, I believe 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time for our review of WWE Night of Champions, so be on the lookout for that. For the True Jaw Josh, it is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. This has been Tru Heel Heat 387. No Sleep Wrestling Weekend. We are signing off until next time.